everybody being a little bit late. I don't know why you guys being late has thrown me off my game, because I wasn't late, but I am now completely confused and lost.
I also don't know why that is the case.
It happens. All right.
I said he's kind of relatable.
We threw you off too, Cece?
Cece throws herself
Yeah.
off. She can't blame us. Don't let her do that.
Yes. I have not thrown myself off. I have only put myself in the appropriately stressful headspace for today's game. Yes.
Yeah, and that's why you genuinely forgot what time zone you were in?
Listen. I'm not good at remembering dates and times, and I'm in 2 games with Doc, and so I get them confused. The times, specifically the half hour, because one of them starts on the hour and the other one starts on the half hour. And so I thought we started on the half hour today, which we do not, and we never have. So, yeah, I'm so smart.
Lost and confused.
Always.
All right. That being said, we have everybody here. So, we should be ready to begin. Wait, have I heard everybody's? I have heard everybody's names so far. Or everybody's words so far. So, any last minute alibis, or are we ready to go?
No, I am ready to go. Oh wait, let me.
Did we hear Karelic?
He
Yes.
made fun of me earlier, unfortunately. Starting off
I
strong.
will never make fun of you.
There
there it
is
is,
nothing unfortunate about that.
Also
I-
well deserved.
I get enough flack thrown at me on my Tuesday games. This is supposed to be the game where you guys make me feel good about myself.
We do, but we give you shit too.
being supportive of you.
I mean, you were helping me cover crimes, which kind of counts. All right, that being said
I
then,
mean, we only give you shit because we like you.
that being said, welcome, players, audience, everybody, to Hymns of Dark Heresy, session number 20. We left off last time in a precarious position. The party's escorts in a couple squads of Mordian troopers and a Lehman Russ tank were destroyed in a insidious and dishonorable ambush by Tyranid forces. And you guys discovered through that the evidence that, well, this is not some minor insurrection on this planet, but instead the beginnings of a Tyranid, not invasion, but you're not quite sure where they came from yet. Regardless, unfortunately, due to some recording errors, today's data slate is a little bit difficult to read, but I shall try my best, and then we can get moving. With the beginning of a error-ridden audio recording, there was a discussion? Fight? No. Maybe. Tally was scared? Cried? Maybe? And Lily didn't want to stay, and I said something bad. Probably bad. But we stayed. We voted? Decided. I supported it. It was right. It was my idea. My fault. Rynsk is leaving. He's leaving us here alone with the bugs. The bugs. Bugs are everywhere, and we are staying here. Why are we staying here? I agreed. I agreed. What was I thinking? Fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sister battle. I fought worse than bugs. Much worse. Probably. not crawling, not so many legs, no tentacles. Bugs everywhere, and we are staying here. Rynsk is leaving, and I made this happen, and now there's bugs, and Lily hates me, and Tally was crying, and I can't... And that should put you guys into a little bit of the correct headspace, as Whirlwind has helpfully shared, for what is happening. Because in the last few seconds of the last game, you guys were in your transport, approaching the Mordian forward operating base to plan, to regroup, and figure out what the hell is happening. As your guys' half-track begins to slow, Tally easing off the clutch a little bit as you guys are approaching the perimeter, you see that something, or at least some word of what has been happening, already reached the Mordians ahead of you guys. Where previously it was a kind of impromptu perimeter as the Mordians were focused on expanding quickly, they seem to have decided that they needed to be a little bit more proactive. You can see small forward positions being placed with engineers erecting plascrete and rockcrete entrenchments and defensive lines, as well as right alongside the road that you guys are traveling up, a couple more Lehman Rust tanks pointing out behind you guys. The entire base seems abuzz with activity. It is quiet in your half-track. Nobody is really speaking after the argument that you guys had just 15 minutes prior. Everybody's kind of lost on their own thoughts. In fact, even the Mordians don't really seem to be loud, as you guys are now slowed to a crawl, driving through groups and platoons of men shuffling and running about from side to side. Their telltale discipline is again showing itself, as nobody really does need to yell. Everybody is working in silence except for the clipped and barked orders of the NCOs and officers.
How many of the Mordian guards survived?
Your guys's?
Yeah.
None.
Okay, so the people we're seeing working is at the
This
camp.
is, you guys are back at the regimental headquarters. This is platoons and companies of men getting ready for what is coming. Whatever is coming.
Lily will look over everyone else. Has anyone else been injured?
I think we're doing all right. Actually, check
Just
that.
a little scratch. Came off surprisingly clean, despite everything.
Good. I'll see myself out. And she sort of stands up and starts limping towards the door. Her side's still bleeding.
You need someone to act as a crutch. Captain
fine.
says as he just stands up and just walks over to support Lily, not really bothering with whatever reply comes.
Lily attempts to play the stern soldier, but doesn't really give a crap after a few seconds.
After a couple more minutes of driving slowly through this quickly developing base, the half-track kind of slews to a stop with a little bit more grinding of the gearbox in front of the regimental command headquarters that you guys now know all too well. As the half-track turns over a couple more times and then finally sputters and dies. Rynsk stands and nods at you, Catherine and Lily. Get her to the med bay. When the two of you are done, meet the rest of the group at the command tent. I'm gonna go brief the colonel and get myself a ride. Everybody else, he'll want your testimonies. And then Rynsk just kind of turns and lets himself down from the vehicle and walks towards the headquarters.
Lily calls out, "'Twas not your fault. We were not prepared for this."
Good Emperor Bro.
Go ahead.
That was it.
Alright. Catherine just turned half to Lily that he's carrying. He's like, not even half a regiment's worth would have been enough for that. I take it. Unless it was an artillery regiment. Yeah. Come on. Let's get a move on. Let's get you patched up, because we're going to need that sturdy frame of yours.
I'll trade my sturdy flame for a half chapter of our sturdies at this point.
If the stories are true, then I'd also trade your sturdy frame for half a chapter of the starters. Nothing personal, you know, but still.
No. Is it too early for me to start saying I'm getting too old for this?
Way too early. Wait with that till you're twice my age. Catherine, in the meantime, just gently trying to drag Lily forward a bit more towards her. Obviously, I take it that Lily is walking herself as well. But
Yeah.
this half drag, half support, getting her to. Well, most guard camps probably follow a certain similar logic, so he'll probably be able to find the med bay quite
Very
easily.
easily.
All things
right.
considered, it could have been worse.
Catherine just has this kind of smirk, this sardonic smirk as he replies, "True, it could have been me."
If you died, I'd have to face Eliana. I don't want to have that conversation.
I doubt that she'd let me get off the hook that easily. So it'd be you and me both. So be happy that's not the case.
As you guys approach the entrance to the medical quarters, a Churgian holds up a hand to stop you guys, looking you at first up and down. Catherine, no need for the walking in here. We'll handle it from here. Help with a stretcher if you need to wait. Come, Sororitas. And he kind of gingerly moves to help support your arm so that you can mostly walk under your own power, and begins to lead you inside.
Catherine helpfully, hands Lily over to the hospic, and then returns back with a quick greet and have fun before he goes back to the rest of the group.
Lily will follow the soldier to the medic gate.
All right. Liliandra, you're going to be indisposed for a little bit, but you will regain 4 wounds as the Medicae inside, once you help remove your armor, does begin expertly patching you back up and administering your side full of drugs and patching you up in, rather well-equipped and
kind of
lavish
drugs?
ways. The kind of drugs that make you stop hurting after about 5 minutes.
Aspirin.
Take knee, take NSAIDs, you'll be okay.
So not the kind that let me see colors
No, not
or
quite.
sound.
They're Mordians.
But is Lily
they
going to be slurring her words?
no. They're Mordians. They do not believe in coddling their wounded. It's just going to take the edge off of things.
Damn it.
Drunk Lily would have been funny.
Yeah, Mordians save the strong stuff for... Actually, I don't think they save it for anything. Even their officers wouldn't partake. As for the rest of you, are you guys all following Rynsk into the tent or milling about outside?
I'd be following him into the tent.
All right.
Oprah would be so following. Yes, I'll follow.
All right. As you guys walk into the tent, the atmosphere is... Well, it's very Mordian. Everybody is walking around very smartly and sharply, just as the last couple times you've seen it. Very little excess chatter, no greetings to you, just people making their way for you to head back to the by now familiar route to the commander's table. If I can get from pretty much everybody but Liliandra and Catherine then, so Cece, Karalik, and Tally get a perception based on, oh my god, what is the talent? For reading people, what was that again? Why am I always so bad at this?
Inquiry, I think.
No, it'd be scrutiny. Inquiry is slightly different.
Oh, gathering info.
Yeah. You guys are just making passive observations here. Thank you, Diva. Alright, Cece is still obviously very upset and sees nothing out of the ordinary. However, Cece, you do find it reassuring that the Mordians are acting as they always have. They at least don't appear to be panicking. Tallybird, you see the Mordians panicking. They, on the surface, do appear much the same as they were before. Very dour and controlled. However, you do see more... a lot more worried looks in everybody's eyes as you guys are making your way through the command center, including as you're approaching the command table, the colonel's eyes appear exhausted, even though it's only been, 4 hours since you've last seen him. And, 1 second. Where
Right there.
is... Do not have the right thing open. Why do I not have the right thing open? Ever when I need it.
Because that's how it works.
Yep.
You never have the right thing open.
I always have the wrong thing open. But anyways, Colonel Wolfgang does look up as you guys approach the table. And he does just kind of let out a really long sigh. I do not know whether to thank you for alerting us to this attack before it began, or curse you for making it sprung. He looks at you, Tally, and does a short nod. It may have gone poorly for you, but Your suppositions and us checking them out is what allowed us to be prepared for this onslaught. Thank you. And Rynsk speaks softly. How bad is it then? To which the colonel responds. Our entire perimeter has been hit simultaneously across the board by these aliens. I assume from what the outpost radioed ahead as you were returning that none of my men that I sent with you will be returning. I will assume they bought you time to escape with their lives. They'll be remembered once this is over. However, until then, my men are hard-pressed on all fronts. We have sent most of our available transports back up to the ships to bring the rest of the regiment down, and the Cadians to our south are collapsing. Does anybody here know what the hells has happened to my perimeter?
Hallie would like to kind of glance at Rynsk just to kind of read his openness, I guess. Like, is he, you know what I mean?
100% he'll be willing to share what you guys all know. I just also, don't want him to take the lead on every conversation because I don't really want to roleplay with myself for an entire day.
No, that's totally fine. It's just, Tally is
No.
following.
Yep,
other
nope,
people's views.
Rynsk gives you a affirmation nod.
Whatever civil war we've been fighting appears to be a two-fronted war, perhaps. We've encountered things that were not human.
That is saying the least. I had thought that the mutants you discovered in the insurrection would be the end of it, but whatever these Xenos are, they are not only hitting our perimeter, he gestures at the map, they're hitting our enemy too. That is the one thing saving us. The Proletariat's forces are being smashed between these new threats and our own perimeter, buying us time to realign and establish new firing lanes. Our artillery is firing full speed, full force, non-stop, and as soon as the ship can figure out how to get its auspexes back online, we'll have lance support from orbit as well.
To be frank, I feel the best strategy for a two-front war is to perhaps not engage in a two-front war and find a way to make it a one-front war, if you will.
The colonel gestures for one of his aides, who steps forward with a small data slate and hands it over to you to take a look at. This one is a much larger scale than the map that you guys were looking at for the city, and it shows the entire half of the continent that you guys have been based upon. He gestures at, of course, Noriega. From what we can tell, these Xenos are attacking out of the mountains to our north and the east. They are hitting both us and the Proletariat forces. The majority of the Cadians are to the southwest in Pravlov. Us focused here in Noriega, of course. We have ceased advancing against the Proletariat forces in order to blunt this assault by the Xenos. But we have no idea, well, anything on the Xenos. Numbers, size, disposition, capabilities. All we know is waves of these creatures have been hitting our perimeter.
Capabilities that I've seen so far have been eating bullets and tearing them apart. So, have you opened communication in any way with Proletariats? Is there any way to communicate to them, perhaps some ceasefire until Vizino's threat that wishes to consume mankind, as of what you both are. Perhaps.
He does narrow his eyes at you slightly, but not out of malice. And he does hold that gaze for a couple seconds and then sighs, and you see almost spontaneously, like crow's feet, develop in the corners of his eyes. All aspects and radio communication is shot. I can't even communicate with my outposts 600 meters away, let alone the ships in orbit. Almost everything is down to being relayed by runners. Whatever the hell you guys awoke, it has the psychic presence to dampen every electrical field that we had set up.
Whatever we woke?
A turn of
It's a
phrase. I understand that if you did not stumble onto its ambush when you did, we would have fallen victim to it ourselves, likely when it was much stronger.
Oh, it had already feasted by the time we arrived.
Feasted?
Just clarification from the DM. We did see, like, I thought we saw a room with bodies and shit that were in, like...
Yes, it looked like it was, as you said,
Collected.
digesting the locals that it got a hold of.
Yeah. Okay, good. Just making sure, because I know, player knowledge. That shit is that right there, that's a stomach. A starfish kind of stomach, you know. But, Tally just remembers it, yeah, as a human slurry, if you will. A red slushy, perhaps. A smoothie that must be chewed.
A blender on fine.
Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure. Because I'm again, trying to tally knowledge versus my knowledge. I think Tally would come to the conclusion that that was indeed a very bloody martini. Yes, it appeared to be some sort of consumption at the least. It had, excuse me. The bodies were all in one location and no longer bodies.
Rynsk speaks softly, just loud enough for the colonel to hear. Very obviously, very unsure of sharing information openly with everybody. It is a harvest. Every soldier that falls, every local it gets its talons into, will be broken down for its constituent nutrients and turned into more of these Xenos. Burn everything. Kill everyone that you do not want to bring inside of your perimeter, Colonel. Leave nothing for it. The Colonel looks a little ashen. Turns towards one of his aides again. Contact the artillery batteries. Break out the Hellfire munitions. We're escalating again. I have no need to distrust the word of the Inquisition today. That being said, I assume that you have a plan for yourselves moving forward with which to help us.
Oh yes, the plan.
Rynsk,
Oh yes, the potion. The potions were Cusco.
Rynsk shakes his head softly, goes, not directly. I will be absconding with one of your remaining void-capable craft and getting up to our ship in orbit. I have the authority to escalate the priority of this war zone. My team will be staying here and trying to re-establish contact with the rest of our allies on the planet. Have you information on where the Astartes or the Sororitas are operating? The Colonel looks over each of you in turn. You're staying. Braver than I had hoped. He gestures at the
Very brave.
He conveniently left out that that you are volunteering to stay, but he does gesture at the data slate. Yes. From what we understand, the Astartes were heading north into the mountains. Norvik. They were going to silence the orbital cannons that the Protariat had up there, ensuring that our capital ships had more free reign over more of the atmosphere. The Sisters, we haven't had contact with them for a couple days now. We know that they were west along the coast. Maybe Zersumese or Purmusk. Exactly where, we do not know. We had lost communication with them even before the Xenos, due to interference from the Protariat forces in between us and that portion of the continent.
Do you believe that the Protariats are aware of the threat this planet is facing, or are they still in the stage of discovering it?
Their forces sandwiched against our perimeter seem beside themselves. Some of them appear to be panicked, trying to escape these Xenos with everything they can. Others are shooting their own allies in the back. We have no way of identifying which factions are which within the confusion.
Do we have any remnants of these Xenos?
No, we have been falling back to more secure perimeter locations until we can shorten our lines and secure them. Capturing remains has not been a priority for my officers.
Perhaps it should be. If we can't communicate via messages of any sort, they will perhaps understand the significance of a Xenos corpse. And I'm not saying to give it to them as a trophy or something, but if our lines interact and we were to perhaps leave the bodies visible and then withdraw enough that their men may approach and see them.
The
Perhaps
question
that will
would
reach
be
their
whether their own command is aware of the situation. I have no doubt their troops on the ground being overrun are acutely aware. As I said, the only reason that we cannot entertain the suggestion of a truce between us is that they appear to be fighting amongst themselves just as vehemently as they are these Xenos interlopers, and I cannot risk my own men to let some of these counter-insurrectionists, rebellious dissidents within our perimeter. We can hold firm until the rest of our regiment and reinforcements come down. Once we have established a holding pattern and combat tempo against these Xenos, we will begin pushing them back. Have no worry.
Will we?
Do not underestimate the Mordian. We are
I
on the
do
back
not
foot.
underestimate. I perhaps am over estimating where foolhardiness begins and bravery ends.
Bravery nor foolhardiness are words of the Mordian Creed. Only duty and honor. Once we establish our tempo, we'll be fine. Our lines are already reforming.
Callie immediately gives Lily and Rynsk some side eye.
I don't think Lily's there yet. She's probably
Oh right,
still getting
Lily's out.
prodded.
Right, it's just
Lily's out.
Rynsk and Catherine.
Cyrillic,
I was gonna say Cyrillic.
Cecilia,
Catherine.
Cyrillic and
And
Cece
yourself.
are with you.
I'm here too.
I don't know how long it's going to take me to get back into the. I'll leave that up to you, Doc. To
yeah, I'll let you know in a couple minutes.
All right.
Oh no, it's just Cyrillic and Cece.
And Coralic
You
is
have all of your
as
favorites with you.
right.
Masterminds of
She told
strategy.
last time that I was no longer one of Tally's favorites. Our bond had
remember.
taken a bit of a dent.
I don't remember that conversation.
It was a remark because of the fight that we had in the back of the truck.
Oh no, that is true. Yeah, the bromance has been injured.
Exactly.
So, congratulations, Cyrillic. You are our #1 employee. He said as Cyrillic. Like, you hear this guy?
Since when are you being classified as employee?
Since last session when a fight broke out and Rynsk decided that you all are done pretending to be marginally independent from the Inquisition anymore.
No.
Yeah. I think it was more when Tally said that Imperial Guard's job was to die. I think that may have been.
That may have been a moment, a line.
Maybe. That may have been a line. Anyways, Tally gives Cyrillic this kind of side eye and then looks back at this guy and she's quiet for a bit.
As the two of you begin to settle from your spat, Rynsk nods at the Colonel, says, "Your Valkyrie will be returned
Wait a
as soon
minute.
as I'm done with it."
Can I turn to Rynsk and ask the question like, are you turn to Rynsk and in a voice not super, not loud enough to be like raising my voice, but just like normal. The Rynsk, couldn't we just try our best to kill the bug that was awakened? All of this started from that bug. So if we kill it, wouldn't everything end?
Rynsk does look thoughtful for a minute. And Catherine, this is when you enter as well.
Throws
you ca-
open the door, not quite aware of the ongoing conversation. It just steps in, says, "Oh, Lily's been taken care." No.
Rynsk glances over at you and good timing, Aharon. You all are staying here at my behest. I would be remiss not to trust you with making your own decisions after trusting you with this mission. You can make whatever tactical decisions you feel necessary for this. He glances up at the Colonel. They will be operating with my full authority while I am off getting your battle zone reinforcements, Colonel. And then Rynsk turns and begins to leave. And he
turns to Rynsk and he just says, "You're leaving now for the ship?"
a small nod, and then he glances back at you, Cecily, and doesn't hold your eyes for very long, just enough to lock eyes with you for a half a second, and then he lets out a final, all of you stay safe. I spent far too long getting this team together to want to lose it over something so incidental. And then he disappears out of the command center.
Just before he walks past, Captain holds out a hand for a warrior's greeting for Rynsk, because he's never really warmed up to Rynsk, but the moment that Rynsk is now leaving, I think is when he realizes that Rynsk has been, in a sense, quite important to the group.
Rynsk does hesitate for a moment, but does take your hand, and then nods, and then disappears, heading off towards the makeshift airfield.
Callie is actually probably gonna follow him. She kind of looks at the guy and she's like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna walk into the ship.
All right, we will go to them in a second then. In the interim, the now CC Cathin and Cyrillic with the Colonel.
Cathin kind of has the idea that he enters, Rynsk leaves.
No.
That was kind of the plan, and World just goes after him, and Cathin just looks as World disappears. And with this very, very slight shrug of his shoulders, he's like, I guess she's still a bit mad at me. Just that
I was totally gonna say, Cathin literally came in and Tally left, so Cathin's probably like, damn.
It's like, well.
Glorious.
And he turns to the Colonel, Koralik, and CC, and he's like, so what plan have you come up with so far?
Burn the heretics.
The Colonel gestures at the data slate and passes it over to you. Yes. We are holding our perimeter. We will begin to reassert control over the region once we are in a more stable position. Your allies are here, Norvik, and possibly Zermurasas. Oh my god, I made a name I can't pronounce. Zersumasi. Additionally, Mr. Sladover here has just let us know that you guys apparently found a larger bug out east and suggests that you might establish a task force to hunt it.
Cathin looks over to the two party members present with this almost horrified expression, and he's like, who came up with that idea?
And look horrified at Cathin without being able to respond.
I can assure you it was no one in this room.
Cathin just face palms, Then he looks to the colonel. He's like, I launched a crack grenade at that thing's face, spot on target. It didn't even get there. That thing is the largest bolt magnet that I've ever seen. So unless you've got a couple bolt magnets of yourself, I don't directly see how a few of us are going to do much against that thing.
The Colonel narrows his eyes at you slightly. Yes. I shouldn't need to remind you, Elysian, that we tend to pack gear a little bit heavier than a crack grenade. And as if perfectly timed by Providence itself to accentuate his words, you hear the rumble of another volley of Earthshakers firing in the background.
I know you've got
The Emperor's word.
And I definitely hope that a barrage of Earthshakers is going to get that thing. But if that's the thing, if we're going to be a hunting team for that thing, we're hardly going to bring 3 basilisks, each of us. So you do your thing then, Colonel. He quickly makes a sign of the Aquila as he, says the word Colonel, remembering what rank he's talking to show a sort of deference as he continues. But that's hardly the tactic of a small hunting task force.
The Colonel shrugs. It was not my idea to begin with. I wouldn't voluntarily send my men out to hunt something that I have not seen myself if it weren't for your jewelry.
Wow. Wow.
Catherine just taps the Imperial Aquila on the chest plate of his arm and just like, yeah.
In the
My
interim,
jewelry is fine.
well, it was a reference towards the Inquisitorial Rosette, but
I understand, and Catherine understands.
Yeah,
that
no.
He's deliberately.
in the interim, Tally, you and Rynsk are approaching. Rynsk is steadfastly ignoring you right on his heel for a couple dozen meters until he accosts some ground crew for a Valkyrie and is in the middle of yelling at him. Or yelling at them. And goes, I want this bird ready to fly in 5 minutes, and you're taking me up to the ship. Inquisitorial authority, you can come back when you're done. The Colonel is already aware. Get going. And then he turns on his heel and looks at you, Tally. And what do you want? You have
4 minutes
a mission
of
to
your
plan.
time. Oh, I have a mission to plan. Yes. Have you forgotten that this is your team? And you're going off-planet while communications don't work. You need to leave a few things behind for us.
I forget none of that. You think I want to go? Abandoned you
I
all
don't
here?
think you want to go. I think that there's a tent with men over there who see no further than their noses. And that, what, we're supposed to provide counsel?
Our
You can't
duty.
pour wisdom in deaf ears. Stupid parents make dumber kids.
Hallelujah, world.
All of a sudden,
planet of them.
the remnants of scratch marks on Elias's back, about 17 light years away, start to itch again for some reason.
You need to leave a few things before you go. I will be quick. You need to leave something written that is your parameters for extraction, because this team will dig their feet in, their heels in, and die with these men. And this team is worth more than these men. That is simple accounting. That is the arithmetic they won't hear, but you will. It needs your signature if I bring it back and I'm just like, oh yes. He said that we must leave. If someone gets chopped in half, they're not gonna believe me. A written word when we leave. And a written or signed word of who speaks for you. That carries weight. You know it does. You can't leave without that. It would be like leaving a fish with no head. And it will be in your writing and your signature on a piece of paper. Because otherwise they will view me as a liar, and they would not be wrong, because I would lie. Let us be honest.
Rynsk slowly nods. And hesitates for a second and then reaches into his coat and pulls out on its golden rosary his rosette and holds it out, dangling off the chain to you, Tally. Give this to Liliandra. She didn't want... She won't risk your lives on this mission. She'll know when it's best to cut chase.
And you trust me to give it to her?
I trust all of you. I would not have kept you as long as I did, fought to keep you as long as I did, worked to keep you all alive and learning as long as I did, as hard as I did, if I didn't. I will die long before any of you if I have my way. And that means that you all need to stay alive until I return. But we cannot forsake our duty to the Imperium. Find our allies, if you can. Help the Groks with their heads up their asses. He motions at a squad of nearby Mordians. If they'll listen to you. But do not get yourselves killed for this dirtball of a world that we're not even supposed to be on.
You know, I am the least likely of our party to get herself killed for these Groks.
Then
She kind of looks at it, the rosette, and looks at him, and eventually she does take it. There's a little bit of hesitancy, though.
as Tally does finally reach out and, wraps her fingers around it, he does drop his... So you've got your hand out, reach to grab the rosette. He drops his hand on top of yours and then looks you dead square in the eye, and you see the steely eye Inquisitor full, like, not smolder, but like full intensity glare. He goes, as you say, Tally, it is arithmetic, and you are more valuable than everything else on this planet. That means that you only expend until that debt becomes red. Do not let me regret what we have put into this world when I return.
Very well. And what shall I say to Lily when I give this to her? We know she craves some... I know. Has she perhaps voiced her desire for martyrdom to you?
She has not, but Morgana has. Remind Liliandra that when she's in charge, she is not responsible for her own life, but for all of yours, and it will keep her in line.
She tucks it into one of her pockets. She just kind of stuffs it in there. Very well.
Is that all, Miss Lukens?
If we must retreat, obviously we cannot send word. This damn planet has it seems to have no communications anywhere, and I wouldn't trust them, to be frank. Should we find need of retreat, does it matter where from?
They're bugs. I doubt they have radar. Find a mountain to sit on top of until reinforcements arrive. Hell, if you think that you can breathe shallowly enough to keep the oxygen from running out, Faith should be able to get you up into orbit for a few days at least.
And I perhaps have one more question. Since
Yes.
you've decided to trust me, and I will respect that trust so far as I value it, if we survive, if we pull out, and it comes to pass that I was the one speaking in your voice, in our matters, how would that punishment be?
The Inquisition busies itself only with the protection of the Imperium and the results of its operatives.
So you will not correct who I say carries this.
So long as I come back to a team that is whole and healthy.
You understand that me being the only one here means that I am choosing who to give this to. And whether I honor your words.
As I said, Miss Lugans, I trust each and every one of you.
Damn you, Rynsk.
My ride is waiting.
Your ride is waiting.
Without any more, he turns and prowls over to the Valkyrie, where you do hear, as he's boarding it, he begins berating and insulting the Mordians again.
Can I come out running, wanting to say goodbye to Rynsk, but being a tiny bit too late?
No, Cece, you cannot be a tiny bit too late. As you come out of the tent, you see his Valkyrie already lifting off and turning its tail towards you, and then shooting up off into the atmosphere. And Tally standing at the standing at the edge of the landing pad, looking frustrated.
Tally notices Cece immediately and walks over to her and pats her shoulder. We are separated for now. Rynsk hopes to see you alive. Specifically voiced that.
I cannot say anything. I start crying.
You're not disappointed. And then she goes back in the tent.
God damn! No comfort here. Maternal instinct, 0. Well, I really like...
That would be me IRL with a kid.
Right? I really like what you did there, Whirl, with Tally and playing Tally's little, Tally games. Because I had to think about it, and from Rynsk's perspective, he cannot trust Cathin with this mission because Cathin was openly willing and wanting to die with the guard, and Cathin and Rynsk wants this team alive more than anything else. And he can't, and he won't trust Cece with it because so far he has spent much more effort trying to protect Cece from difficult decisions than forcing them upon her. And again, as you yourself have pointed out, you and Rynsk do not see eye to eye, which means that curbing Lily's martyrdom desire was his best option for that, but I like the way that Tally turned that. That was actually really good.
Surprise. She's a little manipulative and kind of bitchy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
With that being said, Lumi, Liliandra has returned from the Medicaid, limping, hurting, but the sting is settled into a dull ache, and you are no longer at risk of bleeding to death. So, you feel pretty good.
She heads towards the tent where the colonel is, holding her helmet on the underside of her arm, not wearing it. It's pretty much trashed. That annoying little flicker on the left side of her display screen has been bothering her since the mission started.
As you're approaching the tent, you do see Tally having a quiet word with Cecilia, and then stalking her way into the tent, leaving Cecilia standing outside of it, crying slightly.
Lily walks up to Cecilia, gently places a hand on her shoulder. Take heart, sister. We will get through this.
Why did it have to be bugs? Of all things, bugs!
Tis better than snakes.
Now, if not, this is actually the worst it could be. Why did it have to be bugs? Of all things. I take a deep breath.
Have faith that the Emperor knows our plight, and we are where he wishes us to be.
The good Emperor protects.
As always. So, and she nods her head towards the tent. Did I miss anything important?
We lost communications with our sisters. The colonel doesn't know where they are, and we were discussing what to do.
Was anything decided?
I thought, well, maybe not. Maybe. And I'm not sure. Now that you say that, maybe we should go back.
Agreed. And she will gently turn Cecilia around so she doesn't have to watch Rynsk's ship fly up into the atmosphere, and guide her back to the tent.
I go with Lily.
Then all of you guys are back together within the tent. The colonel is busying himself with various orders to his sub-commanders, leaving you guys with the table, these discussions, and, well, hopefully, a plan.
Leaving the colonel to busy himself with his own aides, Lily will turn to Catherine. Can you give me a full update on what I missed?
Well, I'll do as best as I've so far been able to figure out. They've mostly lost communications to the point that they're relying on runners. I understood, and someone not in this room up until you joined, at the very least, but I highly doubt it was you, proposed we form a kill team to hunt that thing. You know, the large one that squashed the tank. Which, without a couple of basilisks, I will agree with the colonel that is an unlikely opportunity, unless the person that proposed it, whom I still have not figured out or has not come forward to say who they were, has additional insight into how we might achieve that. given that a frag grenade to the face did it absolutely nothing except for piss it off. And that's
Tis
about
my,
it.
under- tis my understanding we've lost contact with the Daughters of the Phoenix.
Among others, but they've also lost direct communications with, what was it, with the Cadians? I understood. So,
The building we were
quite
in.
likely.
Could we perhaps turn it into a crater?
Sorry, you were saying, Tali?
The building we were in. It's where the
Where the-
collection
I wholeheartedly
was.
I agree.
It was where the
I agree with that.
Would it not make sense to level it?
It would. I actually, honestly, Catherine just scrolls through the map to get the map of the city forward, and it was on a data slate, wasn't it, Doc?
The city map was an actual physical map on the table.
Okay. In that case, Catherine quickly glances over to where the colonel is.
You have your first request of me, then, guardsman.
Not necessarily, but only a question. Can I doodle on the map?
Be our guest. We are
Captain grabs
obliged to humor you.
Much
I
appreciated.
hate
And
this
Catherine
guy.
once again makes the sign of the Aquila at the last possible minute. And then he grabs the marker out of his his pocket, one of his pockets, and he circles the building on the map where they were fighting the thing. This is where we fought. Now, the building it was hiding in, he kind of collapsed that on himself, so bit of a daft move for denying himself the cover. But
Is it behind our
we're going
lines? Or theirs?
No, that
think it
building
was
I
the
just
red
circled it
circle.
on the map. Is
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one?
there we are.
Yeah, the green one. Yeah, it's not on ours. But this is one major city, so we can. You say we flatten it if we have the artillery train on it there. Yes, but we're going to have to get eyes on the target, because if we're going to be blind firing, we have no clue if we're actually hitting the target. Much less so if it's actually dead. So
I
that
was
is
not
something
thinking of the creature. I was thinking of the
Food source.
slurry, the food source.
We can level that grid square now, if that is your first request from us. He looks a little frustrated that he is having to take you guys at your word rather than having actionable intelligence, but he does eventually nod towards the aide that you've seen him talk to several times, the man in charge of the artillery train. Those. Batteries 3
Level
and
it.
4, full barrage on this Agra complex. When our scouts get to push back up into that location, I don't want 6 atoms to be found. Aye, my lord.
Catherine just crosses out the circle on the map, as in that is no longer in existence.
Accurate. Also,
Ah, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Agri-complex?
Agria complex would be the agricultural complex, shorthand.
No.
Yeah.
I know that. Tally grew up in a hive city. There was no agri, nothing on her planet.
Oh, true.
This is totally. She didn't even consider that. So hearing it's an agri complex is new intelligence to her. Because this bitch looked at it and was like, "Damn, it's a building, not, not it's an agri complex." That makes a difference.
The colonel does look at her then. And, aye, the farms that you guys were checking out.
Farms, plural.
Yeah.
Yes, there are several in the region.
Give me 1 second.
Honestly, Where's the other farm complexes? Do you know that, Colonel?
Aye, there is another one. He takes your marker. And
Okay. Callie is not saying it aloud, but she's totally just realizing that, like, any form of greenery they saw was the, like, supposed to be the eatable kind, maybe? Is that how this works? Were the plants the eatable kind? She is not asking this as she quietly just kind of stands there and looks at the map for...
that is another agri-complex there, guardsman. And the colonel does look really confused at her now, Mordia also being a hive planet. Are there, I do not believe worlds like this have agri-complexes dedicated to, what is it called? Decorational plants.
I'm only used to seeing the wealthy with decorational plants. The small ones that are put on pedestals.
Yes, most of these would have been Grox farms, from what I understood of our briefings.
So, all of this green area, is it all farming?
The majority of it, yes.
Where is it heaviest structured?
To the east. Outside of the bounds of the city. This city is an industrial center meant for packaging and transporting the agriculture across the planet.
Are you thinking that the bugs were eating all of that?
I think that
Oh, absolutely.
agri produces food, and that structure produces cover.
Yes. So, I think
Better safe than
you're
sorry.
hinting.
He turns to his aide again immediately, finally putting two and two together from Tally's perspective. And hollers to his aide again. He goes, when batteries 3 and 4's fire mission is complete, repeat on every Agar complex they are within the range of. I want everything that could be used as a breeding ground for these bugs to be leveled before they have a chance to realize what we've figured out. He does like
smiles.
look up. He does look up at Tallybird again, and you do see the corner of his mouth twitch, and then he does nod. He goes, "Well put together."
Catherine just smiles at Tally, obviously clear that they were thinking along the same lines.
If they have any more nests like that haven't woken up yet, hopefully we'll catch them in a firestorm or two.
Precisely. And if they were storing, because what was that pit that we saw there?
Yes, the pit of gore
Yeah, that pit.
and viscera
Yes.
and bone shards. Yes.
If that is, if the animals, if the rocks of that farm ended up there as well, then in that other complex they might do that as well. So if that's their feeding ground, flattening that hopefully puts them up on the back foot. But that still doesn't necessarily mean that we're killing the big thing.
No, but maybe we can cripple
And
it.
I have to, we hope, but that's the thing. It knows it's been found. That thing ain't dumb. I don't doubt it. At least if it's animalistic in sense, when an animal in hiding knows it's been found, it's going to look for a different place to hide. That's just its nature. So if we at
do you
least
know
give
that?
it that... Sorry?
It's a bug. It's a bug.
Yes. It
Let's
is a
just
bug.
kill it. Shell it out from very far away
Cecilia.
with big guns.
Cecilia, I know. I also want to shell it from far away with big guns. Bigger guns than any of us can carry, that we can carry collectively. but
Cece,
it does
We don't need
us
to carry
no
it.
good.
They just carry
Cece, look at me.
right
Look
on
at me.
top of the
It-
gun.
It does us no good if we think the bug killed, but not have the bug actually killed.
Cece, look at me. When killing a very large bug, and this is just an analogy, a bug, let's compare it to a fly. Yes, it would be much easier to kill it once we've clipped its wings. We need to do the clipping first. Understood?
I trust the
Also-
Mordians to fire at a flying bug. I trust in the Emperor's faithful.
Yes.
It would
But
not
for the
hurt to
artillery-
have a really big boot as well.
A boot would be nice.
Exactly. And the Mordians' artillery is the big boot.
That's
But
complex.
If you
Will-
close your eyes with a fly in the room and you start throwing your boots through the room, the chances of you hitting the bug, the fly, are practically zero. Even the Emperor can't help you if you do that. We need eyes on the bug to know that the boot lands where it should.
We have air superiority over the continent still. You have your ship if you wish to go up and verify targets. We can establish a means of communications or flares.
That is an excellent idea. You don't have to go close to the bug, Cecilia. I won't. I don't want to go close to the bug either. But I can take Faith, and hopefully someone has a gunner for the heavy bolter, in case we need it. And what might be a possibility, if we take Faith, and now, here I'm going to leave you a choice. All of you. This is a proposal, but if we take Faith, Catherine then glances at Tally with this small smile. It's like, I'm kind of guessing it was you that proposed the idea of a of a kill team.
Are you serious? Do I look like
There's
I would
not-
propose a kill team?
No, but there's not a lot of people left.
No. He immediately glances at Cece.
Average CC and Rynsk moment. Yes.
In a
Anyways.
similar vein, Colonel, does the artillery perhaps have a handheld targeter that we can borrow?
We have a few long-range targeters in the regiment, but they are valuable pieces of gear.
Are you proposing we attempt to find and tag this bug?
Yes. And if the Earthshakers don't outright kill it, then we can maybe deploy in as a kill team for the final blow. If it ain't crippled, we turn Faith around and we go back in for a second bombardment, or we look for something bigger. You know, we hope for a capital ship with I don't know, cyclonic torpedoes or something to take this bug out.
We also don't happen to have a shadow sword lying around now, do we?
I am not a fan of technology. How does this tagging thing work? We saw bolt rounds stop before it even got close.
Well, the tag is for the artillery.
Yes, but how do we hit it if the tag can't
We
reach
don't
it?
have to hit the bug. If we tag the ground below the bug, or 3 feet left of the bug, the artillery will correct.
I have
Don't
seen
take this the wrong
batteries of
way.
basilisks lay low Titan engines. A bug, no matter how well protected it thinks itself, does not stand a chance from the Emperor's fury.
And your fury is the Emperor's fury?
Mordia's
We are
booty
vessels of his will.
is the
I
Emperor's
wish I
fury.
shared your confidence, Colonel. And I hope that that I get to say that I was mistaken in this. But I think if we want to take that out, this is probably our best bet. Because indeed, if we can bring a remote targeter, we can assist the artillery with a far more precise bombardment. And we have... I mean, Swallow's there for a bit. Us on site to deliver a potential killing blow if needed.
Catherine, what makes you think we'll tip the scales in this? The Mordians already have air superiority. They can find and tag this bug with their forces and kill it while we do other things.
We have
Watch
not
out.
seen this bug. We have seen many large bugs. But
We know
your
what this bugger looks like.
specific
And what else
target.
will you have us do? Fall in line with the Mordians? They're not gonna like me. I'm too yellow for them.
We have 2 missing allies we need to find.
Lamps are out. Steps are near.
I happen to agree.
You want to go find... what? The Cadians and the Sisters? Catherine taps the map and he's like, well, there, I found the Cadians.
There is also Space Marines, Astartes.
I should hope that they do
Catherine-
not need our rescuing.
Oh, I had not been... Someone failed to mention the missing Space Marines. But yes, I agree with Kali. If something has managed to make Space Marines disappear... Now, mind you, full disclosure, I've not fought alongside Space Marines.
No.
I know the stories. I've seen the buggers at the Conclave.
Catherine,
Yes.
I am not saying that whatever's on this planet would be able to defeat the Emperor's angels. However, with communications as fractured as they are, they may not be aware of the situation. The same with the Daughters of the Phoenix. And if we can find them, they would be a hell of a lot more helpful dealing with this giant bug. However, that being the fact that we, among us, and she gestures to the group, are the only ones to know which giant bug is the primary threat, I reluctantly think that you might have a point.
Catherine looks over at Lumi and is like, yes, this is something that we can do immediately, and we've all seen what that thing is capable of. If we can take that out, it's going to be a significant blow to whatever this bug force is. But if
She's
we
a
don't,
big if.
and that bug manages to make it to the Mordian lines, they're not going to stop it. Catherine very pointedly at that point looks away from Lily at the colonel for a second before he looks back at Lily. Unless they are absolutely willing to have the artillery bombard their own positions, and even then, if it doesn't do it, they'll have only killed their own men, their own defensive positions, and the rest of the bugs will overrun their position.
We have
If we
clear
could take
fields
this
of fire to our east, Elysian. If your bug comes here hunting you, we will see it several hundred meters out, and we shall greet it with fury and fire and high explosives long before it reaches us.
And will you inform us of its emergence?
I may not enjoy having to play babysitter to the Inquisition, ma'am, but you have already proven yourself insightful, and I would be a fool not to work alongside those with which I have no reason to distrust.
Colonel, may I ask a question?
Yes, sister.
How many rebels have you captured?
Captured a couple hundred last time that we bothered to keep tabs.
Have they been executed?
The majority, yes. Under present circumstances, my subcommanders rightfully decided that having all men available for manning our perimeters was more important. We have a few high-ranking individuals awaiting interrogation from military intelligence.
She turns to Corellic. You were present for the interrogation of the one we captured, yes?
The one that spit on your face?
Yes. Pray do not remind me of that. 'Twas very embarrassing.
Krillic
enough.
only speaks like twice every session, but every time just straight for the gut punch.
I would like you, if you're willing, to work with the Mordian Medicaes, screen the remaining prisoners, and find out if they have Xenos taint, and destroy it. The one we captured must have been some kind of infiltrator, stirring up the rebels. There are likely more.
Can't we then just shoot the lot of them?
Yeah, why not execute all of them?
I concur with this assessment. If you guys think that these infiltrators are at the risk of being more numerous amongst the enemy, it would also explain why we have seen some of these Protariat forces fighting amongst themselves. I agree, better safe than sorry. No information we can get even from captured officers is worth the risk to us.
They are at best traitors to the Imperium, and at worst they're Xenos infiltrators.
There is one more thing to consider, and she looks at the Colonel. I do not have any knowledge of these Xenos or how their taint spreads. There is a possibility that some of your men may have been infected. We should begin some type of screening if that is possible.
Would you hide that, CC?
Any wounded by the bugs shall be sentenced the same as any other potential traitors. We shall not accept wounded back into our own lines until we know for sure. Consider those orders.
Lily just kind of glances down at her own wound for a moment.
Nice.
That's it, buddy.
I'm glad you caught that.
Very well.
I have a proposal. We saw the big bug destroy a tank from afar. It is clearly a witch. A dirty, filthy, disgusting witch. I would not defend 100%, would not want to be in his line of sight, anywhere near it. For that said, I have the proposal to actually mix both plans, as Lily has mentioned, because Kaithin, one thing that you may have missed is that we know roughly where the Astartes are. We do not know where our sisters are. My proposal is to accompany the Mordians in the sortie and trying to tag the bug from a very safe distance, very far away, and trying to eliminate it as fast as we can while we are still here and we roughly know where the bug is. I think this is the best course of action first, but if for some reason we were to fail this, I think that accompanying the Mordians in searching for the bug would be a waste of time for ourselves. We should probably try to find our sisters and send a message to the Astartes so that they can join us.
Any messages you wish to get across the continent as such would require you and your ship to carry it. Even if we can sometimes get radio signals a kilometer or two away, we cannot hope to get one a few hundred kilometers. I can offer you clearance and clear skies and even an escort if you wish to take your ship beyond our perimeter to search for your own allies. But no more than that. Not until we have positive confirmation of contact and planning between our command structures again.
I think, Cecilia, that we're not really that far off, because, as I also wanted to say to Lily, we can help them kill this bug now. That is hopefully a heavy blow in a relatively short period of time, and then we can try and locate either the Marines or the Sisters, or first one then the other. Because we are not going to be helpful falling in line with the Mordians.
If we even could.
If we even could. Indeed. I'm probably the one most capable of falling in line with the Mordians, and I can already hear that colonel scoffing at the mere idea that I fall in line with them. And he's not wrong in that instance. Just like I would scoff if a Mordian climbed aboard for a drop. But the best way for us, I think, to find that bug and to tag it from a safe distance is from the sky. If we fill up Faith, potentially if the colonel is indeed willing to give us a Valkyrie or a Vendetta as an escort craft, we can find that bug We can tag it with the artillery targeter. The Mordians can bomb it to smithereens. Hopefully that does it. And then while we're in the air, have confirmed the kill, we just turn around and make for the last known location of these Marines.
Doc, how
How
long
does
in...
that sound?
What's the time of day right now?
It would be early afternoon.
She looks at Catherine and goes, I doubt we'll be much use scouting this thing at night. We have until sunset then to search and try and tag this thing. If we do not make contact, we'll make for the last known location of the Astartes and try and contact them, as we know better where they are than our sisters.
How familiar are we with the terrain where the Astartes are?
It is a ancient fortress at the head of a river valley, up in the mountains. Heavy fortifications, successive checkpoints. It was the site and the main nexus of the Protariat's defenses on the planet.
Does
I take
Lily...
it they have automated defenses.
If your Astartes were successful, not anymore. If your Astartes were not successful, you'll find out when you're shot out of the sky.
Promising.
Does Lily have, did Rynsk mention anything for what the Astartes were up to, as far as their role in this?
Yes, the Astartes were there to sever the command and control and defensive linchpin of the continent. The anti-orbital guns of the protecting this half of the planet were at Norvik.
And the Daughters of the Phoenix?
They were spearheading their own assault against the insurrection, back when it was still thought to be an insurrection, from their own angle on the far side of the planet, or on the far side of the continent.
Very well. We'll load up into Faith, attempt to find this bug. If we don't find it by sunset, we'll break off.
No. Colonel.
Aye?
Catherine, let's... if we're going with this plan, might I request a Valkyrie for our transport craft?
I have precious few.
Understood.
We are the Inquisition, aren't we?
I am not saying no. I am saying that if your plan is to take my craft on a ghost hunt for your Astartes, then you will be taking your own craft. I can give you a Valkyrie or Vulture escort while hunting the bug, because that is directly related to and an assistance of my own mission. I am even willing to take it on faith that this bug is as important as you said it is, in which to do so. But
Nothing else.
I cannot lose my limited close air support for a few days while you go hunting in the mountains for your ghosts.
Then we cannot go for the Astartes.
It is moments like this that make me miss the Pax Alloday more than normal.
And honestly, it would have been kind of helpful here.
Kind of helpful. Kind of.
If we used the Pax Alloday to shoot that bug, we'd obliterate our own position as well.
The plasma cannon can fire at half power. It is of no concern.
I have seen your work on plasma tech, Koralik. It is of concern.
You've seen his work on plasma tech.
Catherine,
No, Captain.
why can't we take Faith to look for the Astartes?
Lily, what did he just say about the automated defenses of the fortress?
They're shooting at things in space.
And should probably be turned off by the Astartes.
If the Astartes were successful, then yes, they are deactivated. If the Astartes were not successful, they will be active. Faith is a cargo shuttle. It is not made to perform evasive maneuvers. We will be shut down if those defenses are not deactivated. No matter how good of a pilot, I cannot perform a barrel roll with that ship and it not crashing. And if he cannot give us a Valkyrie is made for combat insurgents, for evasive maneuvers. With that, I can give you guarantees that even if the fortress is still hostile, that we might make it out. Not 100%, but I can give you that there's a possibility. With Faith? No. A full fortress? One cargo shuttle? No chance.
To be frank,
Colonel.
Sir, I do believe that our mission supersedes yours. And that denying us a Valkyrie would be a sign of potential disloyalty.
If I may, Colonel, while my friend is not wrong,
He never is.
would it not be valuable to know that the Astartes succeeded on their mission, as communications are fragmented at best?
Oh, I
And
agree it
by
would
giving
be.
us
However, I am already taking a lot on Faith here. I am choosing to believe you that this bug that you've been talking about is more important than any of the other bugs against my perimeter right now. I am even choosing to take on Faith that if I give you escort to complete your mission and one of our incredibly valuable long-range targeters, that they would return to me in one piece, which are also not guarantees. And I am willing to deprive my perimeter of our close air support to give you your escort, which will result in the deaths of many of my men. I am not willing to lose all of this on to risk losing all of this on Faith. That will take 2 or 3 days to which to know if it was correct or not. I am taking a lot of things on a risk for you and your mission.
Colonel, what if you give me one of the Valkyries to pilot, and one pilot? If you're missing a Valkyrie, you can miss a pilot. That pilot follows us, and Catherine just visibly looks just as if he's going to propose something that he hates, that is just tasting vile to him. That pilot follows us relatively close behind with Faith. If we make it, if the fortress is safe, or if we have to abort the run and I can make it out, he can take the Valkyrie back, and we have Faith there for our return flight.
Okay.
That way, you'll probably, given the distance, have your Valkyrie back within 24 hours.
Before we continue any further, actually, go ahead. Have him answer.
Now I'm curious. Yes.
You don't have to wait days.
Was already trying to figure out how I would break it to you that you would not be flying one of my birds.
Okay. I would like to make a roll.
Oh.
Catherine just looks offended at that remark.
Tally's been observing this and observing his interaction with Rynsk, and I would like to make. I think it would be inquiry.
All right, 4. What are you trying to do here?
I am trying to see if he respects Rynsk's authority higher than ours. Like, if he would be more likely to have agreed to this if it was Rynsk saying it. This is important.
Yes. Okay. It would not be. It would be the perception one, not the fellowship one. What the heck? I can always forget what it's called.
Scrutiny.
Scrutiny. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. It would be scrutiny?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I think doesn't Tally have a thing with scrutiny too? For
now it's-
special abilities?
Let me see. She. Her nothing escapes my sight is not for scrutiny. It is only for awareness or inquiry. So she can only just do a normal roll for scrutiny. But that's okay.
Inquiry is when you are trying to suss out the information. Scrutiny is you're passively gathering it. So if
That's
you wish to
totally
question
fine.
him, that would be where you get to turn it into
Nope,
inquiry.
she does not want to question him. She does not want him to know, but this is her line of thinking.
Okay.
Remember, you have fate points for.
God!
Go.
Not needed.
Damn!
Nice!
Let's fucking go.
Damn!
All right, the Emperor provides. All right, he 100% is flexing to see how far he can push back now that he knows your Inquisitor is no longer protecting you.
Okay, this just clicks immediately during that last exchange. She's been observing it. She's noticed the pattern. I don't fucking like your tone, sir. That seals it right there. Tally kind of straightens up. I'm afraid I need to have a word with our team, a private one, from our insert word commander, not the word leader of the team. Insert word that Tally knows that character player does
Inquisitor?
not. Thank you. God, I could not remember the word.
As you demand to have a word with your team, the Colonel gestures towards the flap of the tent. You will find privacy outside of my command.
Privacy outside under the open sky and your men. Do I look stupid, sir?
If you are making demands of me to vacate my own headquarters in my regimental
I am not.
position of
The
command.
Imperium is for 4 minutes.
The quartermaster's tent is 3 doors down. You can demand him leave his post for 5 minutes.
Lily just puts
Very
her
well.
helmet down onto the table and gives the Colonel the fiercest stare that she can manage as a sister of battle.
I love how Cece is starting to respect the Colonel more and more, and everybody else is getting more and more angry at him. This is glorious.
No, honestly, I respect him for it. I think
You just
Tally's
don't need
gonna
it
head-
right now.
Yeah,
But yes.
Tally's gonna head
Lily's-
for the tent flap.
All right. I was
Come on.
gonna try and intimidate him and back down.
You
his
know,
play,
go
but-
ahead. She's waiting. She'll pause.
Yeah, Lily's gonna back Tally's play and basically try to intimidate the Colonel into backing down.
All right.
Let's go.
And I am gonna re-roll that with a fate.
You do that.
I know, right? Like, couldn't even fail by like 1 degree. It was like all the degrees. This
Oh wait.
Yes.
Ah!
It is the Emperor's will.
If cat ears could appear on Lily's head, they would be popping up right now.
She would have airplane ears.
Swear to God, I'm gonna increase that as soon as I can.
as you push up to the colonel, you feel the mood in the tent sour immediately.
Oh no.
And everybody else is perfectly quiet, and the colonel doesn't yell, doesn't raise his voice, in the most respectful and authoritative tone you think that he could muster. He simply gestures again at the door and says quietly, "You may take your leave when you feel ready. I look forward to your return once you have a plan for me to debate."
Lily just puts on her helmet and slams the visor closed as she turns and walks out.
Except the helmet is damaged, so like you go to slam the visor close and it's like a screen door when the hydraulic doesn't work quite right, and you like your hand slides off of it and it just slowly is going
Yep.
Catham, as he turns to leave, makes a normal salute, making the sign of the Aquila to the colonel. He's like, "Colonel, this."
And Cecilia's perception, she's still trying to figure out why you all are leaving.
Cece,
Yeah, I'm
you
a
too?
tiny bit confused. I'm so confused right now, but I look at the colonel, I bow to him, I say, "God Emperor protect. This carrier could work. I am sure His Majesty in the Golden Throne will reward all things." Yes, and I go.
As you guys walk the few tents down, you do see the quartermaster is already standing in front of his tent looking slightly frustrated. However, as you also do... Actually, no, you don't, CC, because you rolled a perception. So I'm just going to use that because it was voluntary. If anybody... Excuse me, anybody else wants to roll a perception, though?
Absolutely.
Hello?
I will try.
Koralik, you... One day, Koralik will be useful for something other than melting something
Wait.
with plasma fire.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he has succeeded in a single non-combat roll this entire game.
Does tech use count?
No, because that is a war in Koralik's mind. That's the only war worth having. Liliandra, you notice, as everybody else is kind of like stalking out, either slightly butthurt or frustrated or embarrassed by how that last conversation went, you do notice that as you guys are walking down the duck boards to the tent that you guys were given 5 minutes in for your private conversation, every time that you guys pass soldiers, a lot of them do immediately like sidestep and give either small bows or equivalent salutes to Cecilia. Actually, it seems that word of and tales of her own contribution to the prayers to the Mordians has begun to disseminate through all of the units, and you know, the private news network is doing its job in gossip, and she is becoming recognized by the Mordians. Everybody else, you guys are in the quartermaster's tent now. It is filled to the brim, stacked with crates, and the quartermaster grumbles that he'll be right outside and he will count the crates when you're done.
So, what roll do I need to make to try and find something in his stack?
Roll for me a D100 on luck. You don't need to know the number.
All right.
I have a similar question.
That is just a random, regular D100, not any test.
Yep, just a random D100.
Jesus, even I'm not that bad of a murder hobo to
go rob the quartermaster's den.
No.
Right?
I
Kralik,
have
you can roll as
standards.
well.
What,
Catherine is looking for something very specific.
Korellik is actually looking for something radio in here.
Oh my god.
You guys are terrible.
Catherine is just
You're
looking for
bad
glow
pirates.
sticks.
I hope that you guys take something so that you guys can witness an execution later, and Cece can guilt you all for getting a quartermaster executed.
Damn.
It is a Mordian. Like, there's only one punishment for dereliction of duty.
Actually, Tally actually might not be into that.
But it doesn't matter. Neither of you two made it.
Okay,
In that case, Catherine takes one of his own glow sticks and lights it in the middle of the tent.
Valid.
Okay, I would like to do a nothing escapes my sight. Tally lingers near the door, and this is just awareness. It's a tent flap, and she wants to know if there's boots like crunching around outside.
Yeah.
she can
Anybody
comment and
listening?
listen to. Yeah, and that's 5 degrees of success automatically.
Automatically. You hear, as the tent flap closes behind you guys, you hear the quartermaster, like, stop and kind of shuffle a little bit closer as though he was going to try to listen in. But then as he does so, you hear other boot steps approaching, and then the voice of the quartermaster as he is griping with other soldiers about being kicked out of his own tent. He is distracted by the age-old soldier tradition of whining about unfair shit.
Yes, it is part of the culture. Good. Alright, Tally is gonna walk over to this glow stick so we're all close together. He's not going to listen to half-baked plans, and I feel that we are in disagreement for what our goals are here. I would like it if we could come to some agreement here first so we may present a stronger united front.
I had the feeling we were mostly getting to a fairly united front.
No.
She said, "Oh, you poor idiot."
I propose
like-
we suspend the remainder of the afternoon until nightfall, searching for the giant bug. Hopefully, we can destroy it if we find it, and that will throw the forces into disarray, giving us an opportunity to reconnoiter to the last known location of the Astartes and make contact with them.
Okay. So we are all in agreement that we are trying to destroy the bug and establish contact with the Astartes.
Yes.
Well, given Lily said it, that was indeed also part of my plan. Cecilia, I think you were also mostly in favor. That leaves you and Korellik, Tally. But
If
I
I-
will still preface that if all we have is faith, that we're not making an aerial approach to that fortress.
No.
I can drop us down outside of weapons range, and then we hike the rest of the way. That's a possibility. But we cannot get to that fortress just by faith.
And this mission, if it does not succeed, where's the point of failure? When
Which
do we
part?
turn?
Hunting the bug or going after
When-
the Astartes?
Both, either. If we're hunting the bug first, when do we consider that lost and abandon that cause? And as for hunting the Astartes, the same. Where do we draw the line? Where we leave?
Nightfall for the first one, because I doubt we'll be able to find it searching the skies at night. As for the
these-
second,
I mean abandoning this mission. This
We
is not.
abandon the
This
mission
is
for
not.
the bug.
Yes.
If we find it, if we target it, and it survives an artillery barrage without much more than a scratch, we abandon it instantly. My personal opinion, only if it is absolutely near death after the barrage do we go in for a final kill. If it's any more lively than 3 breaths away from death, we don't go in close.
And even then, second artillery barrage.
Then we can potentially call in a second barrage. But
So,
that is
we may call in
possibility.
2 barrages, and if it survives, that is where we draw the line to leave this planet.
Depends on how
That is
damaged
where
it is.
we draw the line to leave that objective.
To leave that objective.
Now we can go on to see if we can locate the Astartes or make contact with the sisters potentially.
Lily, what are your thoughts?
I agree. If we find this thing and we can't scratch it, there's no reason to throw our lives away. We should turn our objectives to other things that we can do. But
Corrales,
I don't
do
think
you have a picked feat?
Not at the moment. I have a data slate. I can probably try something.
Because I think it best, no matter what, if we find that bug, that we see if we can get some pick feed of it. Especially if it survives the barrage nearly unharmed. So that
Hey,
that
somebody
Colonel
here has a
bit more
picked
of an
recorder.
idea.
Is it Tally?
It is Cecilia.
It is. I know that out of the game.
Look, Catherine, if I had it my way, I would be with the engineers and I would not leave camp until Rynsk returns.
Have I got bad news for you? Because you're going to be handling that targeter.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. Look, you're flying and...
Yeah.
No offense, but Liliandra is not gonna handle the targeter.
No. And Tally is going to be manning the heavy bolter.
And?
she is.
Lisa, you are horrifying.
Cece, no!
You guys are all sitting here talking about life or death. CC's in the back of the tent taking her heels off to take pictures of her feet.
She's
Trying
like,
to bribe the colonel with lewd, CC. How
And then she
dare
goes
you?
with those.
She's just
those-
telling herself
with
it's
those
for
feet pics.
Rynsk.
She goes to the colonel. He's like, Catherine told me to show you this because it shows how dangerous the bug is, and it's just pictures of her own feet.
CC's taking pictures to give to Rynsk in case she dies. I see. He'll have something to remember her by.
Alright. If he refuses to give us the Valkyrie,
Which he will.
which he will,
He
except
hasn't answered the proposal, the second proposal.
oh my god. Tally's gonna reach into her pocket and pull out the Rosarius.
Rosette. Rosarius,
Wait.
Rosette.
Rosarius, that's what I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Rosette.
I heard what you...
Rosette.
That they are actually different things.
You know what, y'all? I don't know the terminology. It starts with an R.
Crozius?
She whips a Crozius out of her pocket.
Just this
pulls-
huge space marine thing.
She pulls a freaking question mark out of her pocket. Don't know what the hell this thing is. She pulls out the Rosette is for authority.
Yes.
the
Yeah,
Rosette.
that one.
Did
The
you pick,
Inquisitorial Rosette.
did you pick Rynsk's pocket?
I did not. Although I have not tried. This he gave to me. And she holds it out for Lily. And told me to give this to you in his stead. That commander is not going to listen to our posturing. But he will listen to this.
What? Lily is rebooting.
You are carrying this in his stead, which means that your priority is the team. And it means that your requests to him are an Inquisitor's.
I wish I had this before I attempted to intimidate him.
Yes, well,
Are we sure we want to give such a practical item to the one most injury prone? Catherine asked with this clear, soldier's humor in his voice.
she is rather injury prone.
Lily just holds up her finger as if to say something and just like, I hate you both.
Perhaps
I know,
you should choose a
feelings
second
mutual.
while carrying that.
She holds out her hand to take the rosette.
And if you fall, who takes it?
If I fall, we're all doomed anyway. She pockets
That is
it.
not an answer.
Wow. I'm so happy that we have this confidence in us.
Catherine. I vote that
Yes.
Catherine takes it if you fall.
Wait, what? Catherine just nearly chokes it as he was just inhaling.
The low stick is now backwards, halfway down Catherine's throat.
Corrallin. Do you find the sound?
Sorry, what you said?
I'm saying that should Lily fall, Catherine shall carry the rosette.
I heard that just the last sentence I could not hear
I
over
was
Catherine's
asking
coughing.
Yes, he has his very bad cough, not strong lungs. I was asking if you're in agreement.
Yes.
Alright, well that is 2 out of 3, seeing as Lily has foregone an answer, and Catherine is the one we are voting on. Therefore, it will go to Catherine if you fall, Lily.
Look, it doesn't matter who holds it, it is the authority of the group.
It does matter who holds it to someone like that. She points at the door towards the command tent that they were just in.
Catherine just in one go just sucks the rest of the low stick into his lungs, drops the bottle on the floor, stamps it out, and immediately digs up another low stick, lights it, looks at Lily and is like, "Don't you dare die on me."
I'll try not to, for everyone's sake.
Good. Then the Inquisition needs a Valkyrie, and if it is pelted by 2 rounds of military barrage and survives, what would you have us do, Inquisitor?
We abandon that course of action and attempt to find the Astartes.
Good.
What?
And she looks at between Tally and Catherine for a moment. And should I fall, Catherine, it will be your responsibility to get the team off the planet. No ifs, no ands, no buts.
Yes, he did specifically say, should this be a planet doomed, that we not be among it.
Then she looks at Tally, and there is your line.
That is my line. It is perhaps a more immediate line than your line. But it is.
I do not believe we are there yet, though.
I believe we
So-
have crossed it. Hence why that is not my resent. Of course,
No, I don't believe this planet is doomed yet.
Now then. Shall we? And she steps back towards the 10th flap.
So, the exact plan is we tried one afternoon to locate the bug, confiscate the Valkyrie, and then go for the Astartes.
I believe so. One afternoon, we look for this bug, and then go for the Astartes.
If we can't
What
find
time
it
is
by,
it now, Doc? Roughly?
It would be mid-afternoon.
Perfect.
so probably 4 or 5 hours till nightfall.
Then we better be quick.
And if we don't find it, we go for the Astartes, and after that, we leave. Are there any meta break from this interaction? Because the player is less stupid. Are there like named characters that we were actually hoping to get off this planet that Tally would know?
Yes, Tally was introduced to Sister Arana of the Daughters of the Phoenix.
Okay. 'Cause I remember us talking earlier about us saving our allies on the way off planet.
You guys saw but didn't meet the Astartes, and then you guys all did get to meet Sister Arana, the sister that Cecilia and Liliandra graduated with.
Okay.
If we are to abandon this world, we are not going to leave without our allies. So, failing to make contact with the Astartes, we will search for the sisters.
Catherine then rounds on Lily. With his low stick between his fingers, he points at him. But no further than when you're three breaths away from dying. Then we're medevacing.
That is
She'll look back at him and smile. Then you best do your best to keep me alive.
Yes, well,
If
You
I
may
wasn't
find-
next in line, I'd have kicked you off faith for that remark. But I'm too kind for that. Catherine says with this big smile on his face, obviously not being serious.
It's only my faith in him that I get on that death trap to begin with.
Don't you dare.
You no longer need to fear, there's a proper mechanic now.
Alright.
That is true. He is good.
Cecilia,
Alright.
they mentioned the sisters, which you were waiting for. Did you have words about that?
Or potentially about having a picked feet. Not a feet pick, picked feet.
Pink pig.
I'm just trying to figure out. She still hasn't answered if they're for Rynsk or the Colonel.
They're for the Colonel on behalf of Rynsk.
Well, everyone was talking about feet peaks. I took out my pic recorder and I was like browsing the pictures of our initiation and being super nostalgic. I will. Well, okay. The one thing I will say is my stand-up. I am of the mind that we should definitely look for our sisters and Tally. And I turn to Tally. You're asking about what failure. What would be the defeat condition?
Yes.
If the Mordians are overrun, which I do not believe, if the Astartes so as well, or are incommunicado, and if we do not find our sisters in short order, I would think that it would be safe to say that our mission is a failure and the planet does not. Yeah, there is no reason for us to stay in the planet. If everyone here agrees with this.
I think that's a reasonable assessment. Yes.
Alright.
Then I suppose we should go back and. Catherine,
Yes.
are we taking Faith to go on this bug hunt, or do you want a Valkyrie?
Valkyrie would be a lot more practical, because if we have a Valkyrie, that means we have much more firepower at our own disposal. Faith only has one rear-mounted heavy bolter on a pintle. Valkyrie has two pintle-mounted heavy bolters in the side doors that some of you can wield. It has a nose-mounted heavy bolter and whatever wing load the Valkyrie that we get happens to have, and it has the side-mounted multi-laser or last cannon. I presume it's going to be a multi-laser because he's not going to let us have his heaviest. So, in that case, we wouldn't need a second aircraft as an escort.
Very well. I have only one thing to say in this regard. You don't get to keep it.
I hate you.
Got him.
No. He's tragic.
She smiles underneath her helmet, which the visor's still closed because it, for some reason, won't open now. She's been trying this whole time to lift the visor. It's stuck.
Occasionally, just sparks shoot out the side of her head.
You really should get that checked out.
Lily. I'm going to have to put you up as a board gunner. Cecilia, you too. And then he looks at Cece. Are you still, by the way, flipping through your pick recorder, Cece?
Yes, and I listen to you calling me out, and I'm like, wait, what's a board gunner?
Catherine looks over. He's like, why didn't you tell me you had a pick recorder? Anyway, never mind. A board
I
gunner.
always had a flip recorder.
I just asked Koralik if he happened to have one. Good to know that you have one. If we find the bug, Cecilia, I want you to take pictures of it. Before, during, and after the bombardment.
And sister,
You
try
want
not to focus on the feet.
Not
And
the
you're now asking Cece to have pictures of bugs on the same data reel as her treasured memories. I hope you understand the sacrifices you want her to make.
Sister's life is full of sacrifice.
To be completely honest, I don't understand this yet, so I will just agree to it. Yes, I will do this.
Alright, thank you.
Very well.
And the board gunner part is that in case of an emergency, you're going to have to grab one of the heavy bolters mounted in the troop bay and use it to shoot at other things. Hopefully bugs on the ground or, something like that. I hope it won't be needed, but Koralik is going to need to use the targeter, and if we do get a Valkyrie, then I'm going to need Tally as a co-pilot and a board gunner and a gunner.
Oh dear.
Just in case, I now do have an extra set of hands.
If you can hold the targeter and be a board gunner, Koralik, then you can take either Cece's place or Lily's place, whoever happens to have the most trouble with the heavy bolter.
I mean, it's aiming at the same target, so it shouldn't take too much processing power.
Koralik high fives himself with his robot hand.
Does Koralik even have proficiency with bolters?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
Koralik has proficiency in plasma, the best kind of weapon.
So pretty much the only ones who can man the heavy bolters would be Cece and Lily.
It honestly, and this is not Captain saying this in game. This is just Seb saying it. Honestly, it's just needed for suppressive fire.
Shooting it without proficiency isn't a big deal. Unjamming it or reloading it without proficiency, that's where you get to have problems.
Yes, well, hopefully it won't get that far.
By that point, I'll just throw my raw tech U stat at it and pray to the honest on it.
I think Koralik's best use would be tracking this thing with the scanner and keeping the Valkyrie in the air should it take damage. Which we probably will.
Hopefully not.
But we're going to try not to take damage. We're going to stay well above said bug.
Yes, but you're
I
still
have a
flying,
question.
Catherine.
I have a DM question, by the way. Is Faith smaller or bigger than a Valkyrie?
Smaller.
Smaller. Not
Faith,
too much.
A Valkyrie is
Much
bigger
smaller?
than Faith, yeah.
If
Okay,
you want, I
okay.
can
Thank
post
you.
a picture in the chat of the two models in the same scale, CC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those exist? Okay. Yes, please do. I'm actually
Give me
surprised. All of the models that their scale is completely off.
So to be
Almost
clear,
again.
Catherine, we are requisitioning a Valkyrie for the reconnoiter of the bug and to make contact with the Astartes and our friends.
Yes, that would then be the case.
And we don't need their pilots to accompany us or any other escorts. Simply one ship.
No, in that case, we won't be needing their pilots for an escort. Oh, frick, yes. Because if I now try to do this from my regular phone, then this is going to be difficult. Yes, are you doing it? Oh, yes, okay.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page before I slap him in the face with the rosette.
Yeah. That, CC, that is a Valkyrie versus the Arvis Lighter or Faith. Faith is a lot more blocky, but overall in dimensions smaller.
Much roomier when you're sitting in the back, though.
It is a lot roomier in the back. That is correct.
Or in the pilot's seat, honestly. But neither here nor there.
Now, Catherine, I do have one more question.
Yes.
I've seen you fly Faith. Are you sure you can fly the Valkyrie?
Are you sure you want any ride in the future?
Preferably no.
I am a Valkyrie pilot.
Very well. I'll take it on faith that you have the skills.
I'll ask for no more.
Shall we head back then?
I think we got a plan. Everyone in agreement? Any last additions, mentions? Disagreements, keep them to yourself.
I returned.
Nothing from me.
Oh, well, there goes any yeah, we're all in agreement. No more disagreements. Sorry, Kelly, you missed your chance.
What? Huh?
Don't worry about it.
I take this opportunity. I will take this opportunity to just take an impromptu photo of the group around the table.
Aw.
Lily will look over at Cece. Oh, by the way, sister, don't let this go to your head or anything, but you seem to be a bit of a celebrity among the troops.
What? What do you mean? What do you
And
mean?
Lily just
what?
walks out without a response.
Glorious.
I'm left speechless.
Cece, you glance at your pic recorder and you see that Lily's impeccable timing has meant that you have gotten a selfie of the group where everybody looks incredibly serious, like proper inquisitorial agents around the counter on which you were all leaning on. Except for yourself, whose face in it is kind of slightly twisted as you were mid-panic as you clicked the button.
She is the influencer photo bombing the serious conversation.
Is this lower
And-
accurate?
Yeah, it tracks. So Lily will start making her way back to the Colonel's tent.
Catherine follows, lighting again another low stick.
As you guys re-enter the tent, the Colonel is leaning over the table with the maps, giving a few more orders to men receiving reports as you guys approach. He glances up for half a second. I take it you have finally figured out what you're asking for?
Indeed. We will be requisitioning one Valkyrie for our pilot to go on to a scouting mission to locate this bug and give your forces a location to blow it to the throne. We will then take that Valkyrie, whether we are successful or not, to find the Astartes and our missing sisters.
I appreciate that you have come up with a succinct plan. Allow me to share the good news in helping you to make it even shorter. While you were utilizing my quartermaster's demands, news came in. The horde to the east that you expected to follow you has not appeared. They look like the vast majority of them have instead turned even further east. My scouts and Salamander report that large concentrations of the Xenos are moving on the city of Sivelevka, rather than coming at us here.
Is there anything of note in Sivilevka?
Would you like the good news or the bad news?
Start with the bad, then it can go up.
About 3 million
And he
civilians.
makes a quick,
So if this Xenos indeed are collecting the remains of people with which to make more of themselves, they will come back stronger once they are finished eating it.
Lovely.
And the good news?
It belongs to the enemy. We are not operating out of the city. This will give us a chance to finish preparing our defensive positions here and re-securing the region.
can the basilisks reach
good
Sivilevka?
news.
Aye. They have been busy bombing the locations of any farms in between here and there since last we spoke of them.
Then I say the hunt is on. We
You
have to be a bit quicker about it if we have to go towards Sivilevka to find that bug.
In the middle of the concentration of bugs, heading towards one of the enemy strongholds. I cannot guarantee you air superiority that far away from our lines.
Catherine looks at the rest of the party, the rest of the group, and he's like, with the Valkyrie, I think we've got a decent chance.
Or you
But
take
we're
this
going to have to
victory
remain high.
for what it's worth. Accept that this bug hunt is on the back burner for now. And continue on without. I will not lose one of my few fighters for you hunting down the bug that we don't even know what it means to these Xenos.
We will continue with our plan.
Question, Colonel.
Yes, priest.
From what you understand of these bugs, are they mindless or coordinated?
Honestly, most of what I understand from these bugs are what you all and your Inquisitor have told me so far. They are hitting our lines like a horde of hornets, mindless of their own casualties, until they are broken, and then they limp off and will only come back when they have great numbers again.
Liliandra is speaking with the authority of an Inquisitor.
But yet...
She kind of looks at Liliandra. Did you leave the rosette in your damn pocket?
She was getting to that.
So,
Okay.
these bugs mindlessly throw themselves at your lines, but never this big one, so much so that you have never seen it before.
In fairness, nobody's even heard of it until you guys. We've seen large ones, not something what you have described, but
What are the defensive capabilities in that other city? They're not nearly as reinforced as yours, I assume.
we do not have any information on the enemy dispositions within Silvalevka. It is maybe a full regiment of their Pehoty Guard, maybe a little less.
Would you not then consider the Horde turning to a softer target with more of a food source after we have just bombed their own food supplies as a sign of intelligence?
I said no such thing. I make no suppositions about them. I was asked a question about how they throw themselves at me, and unlike you lot, I do not make haphazard guesses and extrapolations from incomplete data sources. I operate on hard intelligence that are brought to me by men I can trust, men whose training I have overseen myself. I have no doubt that this bug is important. Otherwise, you would not be sacrificing my men to chase it so willfully. How important it is, I will not guess. Not until it is dead and I can look at it with mine own eyes or have my own intelligence look at it. If you insist upon taking one of my Valkyrie to the city still controlled by the enemy in the hopes of catching a glimpse of this bug again, you will do so without an escort, because I will not lose two of my precious Valkyrie on this chase.
Atham shrugs and that is acceptable.
It's
And
very
if-
simple logic. It is a non-attacking part of the enemy forces. It must be part of their supply lines.
And should we locate this bug, be ready to lay down as much fire as you can to destroy it.
You have a battery of basilisks on standby. Third battery has been rerouted to help the Cadians with their part of the line. While you guys are hunting for your singular bug, I have a few million more to kill.
We'll be in touch. Have the ship ready to go as soon as possible. And Colonel, Lily will gently place the rosette down on the table in front of him. I now speak for the Inquisition. Bear that in mind.
Do not lose my Valkyrie.
That will be in the hands of the God Emperor and my expert pilot.
He glances at you, Cathan. Tail number 312. She should be operational again. She was wounded earlier.
I'll take good care of her, Colonel. Catherine makes a quick sign of the Aquila, and then instantly, about faces in the room, marches out to find the craft and inspect it for himself.
The rest of you are dismissed as well, Acolytes.
Lily will wait till the rest of the team leaves and be the last one out.
She will
I bow to
find
the Kono.
Tally will not bow to this guy. He pisses her off.
I've been waiting on. I thought you respected his priorities.
No, that's total sarcasm.
Valid.
She thinks this man is kind of dumb. But that's because Tally thinks that her opinion is the right one, and that if you disagree with it, you are inherently kind of stupid.
That's because Tally is self-aware. She is beautiful.
Corellic
No, yeah,
having been dismissed. I'm sorry.
I've been waiting on Cece. Cece keeps bowing to everybody. I've been waiting on her and her princess vibes to start curtsying to people. Even Rynsk hasn't gotten one. It's so disappointing.
No curtsies.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, Karak, you were speaking.
Yes, having been dismissed, he immediately just starts walking out, for he is no longer needed. And actually takes out his combeat and starts fiddling with it.
Oh?
Him doing
Because
some
all
technical
long-range
shit.
all long-range communications are apparently knocked out, or at least unavailable,
Unreliable.
unreliable. But he has hope that by the Omnissiah's grace there is at least one mostly stable frequency.
As we go out, I actually noticed Karelik playing with his combeat. If you actually manage to get the radio working, let me know. I have plans.
Are you gonna host another prayer?
That
Mayhap?
sounded condescending.
Well, Karalik is used to hearing his prayers in a much more efficient binaric chant, which only takes like 1/5 the time as her inane, fleshy mutterings.
Can be delivered in a compact data package.
Exactly.
Just in a zip file.
But worry not, sister. You will be the first person who is informed.
Roll your tech use at -30, and you guys have a Valkyrie. Tail number 314.
But yeah.
I would actually like to use my Master of Hidden... no, sorry, not Master of Hidden Lores. Quest for Knowledge. No, never mind, that's Logic or Lore skill, damn it. So I'm actually gonna have to roll for this.
Yes, you learn through questing for hidden knowledge. You learn that you will have to roll tech use at minus
No,
30.
in this dice game, I have to roll for something.
Your tech
Damn.
use is...
You
No.
find one that is stable at least for now. It is finicky. And it kind of fades in and out, but through the interference, it is at least a communications channel.
Alright, then to inform the sister standing next to me and the communications hub wherever it may be in this camp. First, Cecilia. I have found what I was looking for. What do you need it for?
I wasn't actually expecting you to find it so fast.
For real.
Yeah,
You
they can still
confirm
print
this
it, and I'm
confidence.
ready.
Respect after his remark.
Is your tech use like all the way upgraded?
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
it is.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
He's a tech priest. That's like his bread and butter.
I mean,
Literally
yeah, but
his
It's
still.
like my one thing. Let me have my thing.
But in Hades?
So thank you for letting me know. Thank you. I might need it when we're airborne. Thank you. Or when we're departing. Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, then I am now going to inform all of their communications experts.
All right.
They might enjoy it.
Yes, they might. Roll for me a perception on it, Kralik.
Oh no, a stat that I haven't invested massively in.
Oh.
Never mind.
All right. You have shared the channel workaround with the Mordians.
Perfect. This should greatly increase their efficiency.
His favorite thing.
It will be all sacred things.
Don't look at
Exactly.
me. I would say that.
All right. I mean, it's on you guys. You guys have shared your information. You guys have your Valkyrie.
Cathan is busy working with the ground crew to prep the Valkyrie.
Tally would have waited out. Going back a little bit, Tally would have been waiting outside the tent for Lily.
Oh,
We can have that interaction.
yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Lily finally gets the visor raised.
Oh, look
Been a
at
bit of a
that.
struggle.
It's
needs to
slightly
probably
higher
be
on the left
40.
side than it is the right.
Ah,
poor
no,
joints.
that's kind of endearing. I can see your eyes again. That's a relief.
Oh.
Don't let it get to your head. I just wanted to inform you that Rynsk did indeed tell me to give that to you.
She sort of kind of just arches an eyebrow. I'm not sure what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I am telling you, as I am perhaps not known to be the most trustworthy or faithful among our numbers,
Aye.
that I did not give it to you just for other reasons. That need not be spoken in front of anyone else.
Whatever your reasons, I appreciate it, and the faith and trust you show in me, as well as the faith and trust Rynsk has shown in you.
Good.
So,
Then I shall perhaps give you another reason. Obviously, we have our calling here. We have a job to do here before, above all else. And as leadership, you may find yourself so inclined towards self-sacrifice. You will not achieve that. If it is perhaps understandable, or perhaps not, as I do not find it the most logical approach, I am essentially telling you that should you decide to put sacred duty of a higher existence above the sacred duty of us surviving and remaining utilitarian for the Imperial service, that you will not be the only one to fall, nor will you be the first. Do not prioritize do not try to prioritize God. Yourself over the well, no, you know what? This is stupid. This is stupid. Why am I talking to you? I need a drink. We're about to fly. And Tally is making a hasty retreat.
What?
Glorious.
Why is my co-pilot going for a drink? That's a terrible idea.
A warming drink, not a drunken one. Calm down.
She's only gonna
Lily
drink
will reach
half
out.
of the whiskey.
Lily will reach out and grab Tally's hand.
Oh no.
I promise you that should I sacrifice my life, it will be to save the team and you. It will not be done for selfish reasons.
We should not be holding hands where everyone can see us. It is perhaps not appropriate of rank, Inquisitor.
I am not worthy of that title yet. And she'll bring Tally's hands to her lips and just do like one of those noble kisses,
Oh no.
gentle kiss.
Yes, Rose,
Right on
that
the
is
knuckle,
indeed
right
the noise.
Don't worry, I'm a little harder to get rid of than you think.
Right.
And she'll pat her head and walk away.
Oh my god. This bitch.
Lily's learning how to deal with Tally.
Tally kind of glances at her leaving. Fucking bitch. And then she's gonna leave and go find something to drink before we leave. Just a quick something.
As you guys are all regathering, taking your last breaths, watching the sun start to dip down towards the horizon, Cathan, you get the slap on the shell of the Valkyrie, and then the hands up from the ground crew, giving you the go. She's ready to row.
Got it. Thanks for the hard work, Catherine. It's quickly having a good bond with the ground crew is not a bad idea. And in the meantime, he's been ferrying over some stuff, from Faith into the Valkyrie. Which is, he's Elysian. He does things just a bit different. And then all that's left is essentially waiting for the rest. And I don't know if Corelli came over to him to also inform him of the frequency that he found.
First, I had to inform Cecilia because I promised her, then the audience because they are very important for this. After that, I see no issue with sharing this with the rest, of course.
In that case, having received the code, the frequency at some point, Catherine taps his combi. Team, the Valkyrie is ready for takeoff. It's go time.
Very well. I was going to save this for when we next took Faith out, but I suppose under the circumstances, 'tis the best time for it. And Lily, as the others are getting aboard Faith, or aboard the Valkyrie, she'll walk up and place her hand on the side of the craft and bow her head in prayer. Blessed Emperor, watch over us, your servants, as we drop into darkness. Lead us with your guiding light so that we might find our way and do your bidding. Fortify our spirit with your presence. With you in our hearts, there will be no room for doubt. We travel under your eagle's wings, secure and ready to meet our destiny. And she'll climb aboard.
Catherine, in this case, first, stands in the troop bay, and I take, is everyone getting on board, or is everyone slowly coming, walking in one by one?
Everyone's getting on board. Did Tally find anything to drink before she boarded?
No.
Wow.
Bugger.
Bail.
You really think you're gonna get Amasek from the quartermaster after what we did?
Would
Fair.
it be the quartermaster actually delivering the Yamasek?
This place is full of soldiers. I figured at least one of them I could charm into sharing a drink.
No,
Not
this place is
Mordians.
full of Mordians.
Yes, that's a bit different.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, they're all soldiers with sticks up
Wait a
their
second.
ass. You think you're gonna get Emisek out of them?
The best you can do is charming them into showing you their parade stance.
Oh god. I hate this planet.
God damn it,
Can I fake that? I'm gonna fake that. I wanna be nice. And I fail, obviously.
On brand.
Nice.
Our rolls
No,
are not
um,
good today.
As everyone
Because the ones that matter.
boards the Valkyrie, Catherine first off takes Corellic, Cecilia, and Lily apart and just shows them around the Valkyrie, the operating procedure for lowering the rear ramp, how to safely open and close the sliding doors on the side while in flight, how to deploy the spons on the pintle-mounted heavy bolters, and how the safety harnesses work. How they can lock themselves in so that they don't, with a little bit of a bump, fall out of the aircraft. Something I'm sure Lily loves the idea of.
Oh yeah, she's freaking triple strapping herself in if she can.
Yes, but Lily, I am expecting you to, if need be, lock yourself into one of those safety straps and use one of these pintle bolters. You're going to have to get up in this aircraft. I hope it won't be necessary, but you will have to if need be.
Can I not just strap myself in to where the bolter is mounted so I don't have to move?
You can strap yourself into the safety harness right there, but that's basically a chest rig, or
Yeah,
one
you're
of
standing
these
right next to the open
parachute
door.
harnesses with essentially just a heavy-duty rope hanging slack attaching you to the ceiling close by that sliding door. So you can sit down on the ground, but that's about it. So what's it going to be, Lily?
Oh god.
You want it? You want to be strapped into the safety rig right now?
Is it too late to walk?
No.
Yes, it is too late to walk.
Should have started walking last week.
I'll strap myself into the rack, and she points as far away from as the bolter as possible, until we need to fire. If we need
That's
to
fine.
fire.
Koralik, you have Bay Command.
Yay, Bay Command.
All right, Tally, with me.
All right.
Because unlike
second.
Faith, yeah, what is it, Cecilia?
Wait a second. Before we start any departure, before we start like shaking in the air, right at this moment, I would like to ask Karelic for the combat for a couple of minutes.
You know, I can also just tune yours to the correct frequency, right?
Okay. Can you do that?
Meanwhile,
Yes,
then
I
I
do that.
take Tally out the back and into the ladder leading up into the cockpit and help her get settled into the co-pilot seat. Then you can do your thing.
The moment we're out of sight of everyone else, Tally kind of smirks. It's like, oh, I didn't know you wanted to get me alone this bad, Catherine. Very obviously joking as she climbs up into the fucking chair.
Not unnecessarily
co-pilot.
wiggling her butt. Wow.
Catherine, as you climb into the back seat of the
Yeah.
cockpit, is like, I wouldn't know who else to have my back. Clearly in on the joke.
Lily
Yeah, I
did not
would have your
overhear
back,
that.
wouldn't I?
Any wishes?
No. Then Cece,
Okay.
Koralik, you do your thing.
Yes, I will update your combat to the correct frequency.
Thank you. And by the way, just to confirm, this means that the people on the ground can hear me, right?
Yes.
They
Hopefully.
should be on the same one, yeah.
Okay. I grab my combat and start.
1 second. I have to get up for like a half second.
Dali will miss it. I'm sorry. I speak to the Iron Guard of Moria. The night has fallen. The night has fallen upon this world. The heretic has come. The witch has come. The Xenos bug has come. They hurl themselves against us. They believe they shall break his faithful. They believe we shall scatter. They believe we shall become prey. They have forgotten who stands before them. For today we're not hunted. We are his wrath. For 1,000 years, mankind wandered beneath the sun the sky, until his light pierced the darkness of the galaxy. His light has shone for 10,000 years, and today it will not fade. For now I stand beside his holy iron. I am safe in the knowledge that the sons of Mordian have lent me their thundering voice. Together we bear his light into the darkness. So let the enemy streak in the night. Let it boast of ruin. Let it promise despair. They have mistaken the darkness for victory. For as surely as the dawn breaks upon Holy Terra, as surely as the sun shines upon every horizon, so too shall the banner of the God Emperor stand above this world. Steel does not yield. Faith does not falter. Beauty does not die. The God Emperor does not forsake those who remain true to him. The God Emperor protects, and the dawn comes.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Catherine, and thank you, Cecilia. And with that, you guys take off and are on your way east.
Is I?
Catherine, if I can get a piloting roll, just flat is fine.
I'm going to say I'm going to expend the faith point. No, I'm not. No, I'm just going to do Operate Aeronautica, or do you want a regular?
The
agility?
Aeronautica, yeah, that's fine.
To be fair, I think our fate points will reset at the next session, so like
Most of them, yes.
No, it's more. What do I want? What do I feel is more appropriate, or more fun, more interesting?
You make your Lily airsick, she's not gonna be able to shoot anything.
As you guys are flying east, you do notice, Catherine, that 314 is a little difficult to control. Her left stabilizer is still actually sticking a little bit. You can tell that she was, battlefield patch repaired after taking damage from earlier in the fight. But you are able to hold her mostly steady in the air. However, who is seated in a way, I know Catherine and Tally obviously being up front, but who is seated in a way in the back that they can see out the side doors?
Definitely
I am
not
probably-
Lily.
Corellic, probably.
Alright, Korellik sitting
Oh,
next
no.
to one of the guns.
Nervous?
Cecilia sitting next to one of the guns. So basically everybody but Lily. As you guys are flying east, you fly over at first what was the remains of the Agra complex that you guys had such a bad day in. A bad start to your day in. And true to his words, Colonel Wolfgang did in fact level it. It is just a mass of craters overlapping each other, with the remnants of burning sludge and fire within it. As you fly further east beyond it, though, things begin to look a bit more bleak. Every once in a while, you fly over a large Agar complex, much like that first one, where, situated in between several farms. So, like, each farm would have several fields or warehouses, to work the farms, and then in the center of each of the farms would be the farmhouses, small little villages of farmhouses, and then in the center of a group of villages of farmhouses would be another Agar complex. The Agar complexes themselves have all been flattened. The farms, however, something else beat you to it. You are flying over dozens of miles of flattened fields, stripped of life. Every once in a while, you see carpets of writhing ground that you understand from this height is just a carpet of bugs. You're just too high up to see them as individual entities. That look like they are just moving their way through these farms one by one, and you are now flying over dozens of miles of ground that is stripped bare. Contrary to what you guys were thinking from your exploration this morning, it does not look like these bugs are settling for eating the people, but the animals and the plants. Everything that held color is being stripped bare behind the swarm of these bugs that is slowly moving its way east. You guys are flying over a wasteland.
so.
Activates the ship's intercom, Valkyrie's intercom system, to communicate to the troop bay. As he, slowly starts a bit of a dip towards the ground to get a bit of a better view, and then activates the intercom. It's like, Cece, can you take a pic grab of that? I think the colonel will want to know this. Korellik, can you transmit the image over this frequency to the Mordians?
Weren't like all of them.
I have
see
a
it?
question. Outside question. Can we see any of the bugs? Any of the turnips?
Yes, bunches of the smaller bugs.
Okay. Are they flying?
Catherine deliberately.
There is nothing flying. However,
Okay. Okay.
as Cathan begins to lower slightly, you see the carpets of bugs, hundreds of meters below you, now only being a couple hundred meters below you, or a few hundred meters below you, begin to resolve themselves, and you do see large groups of these smaller bugs. However, you also see that in the center of each of these small hordes of the smaller bugs are larger bugs. These ones are... No. These ones are large and almost like larvae shaped, more rotund, on stilt-like legs, keeping them suspended above the carpets of tiny bugs.
No. Thank you, Doc. If this is what I think it is... Thank you.
I am happy that I do not know.
They are not quite
That's
fleshy.
on the same track as me.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's
Pictorial
not something you
evidence.
want to know.
Husband,
No.
will you message not player not my character knowledge, but I think I know what bug this is. Would you message?
Sure. I'll message later.
Yeah. Let
okay.
us know afterwards, because I'm...
After?
Yeah. There's literally, I think, only one Tyranid bioform that description truly matches.
Little stilty legs, and a big body.
Not quite that big. I think I know what one you're talking about, Cathan, and it's not quite that big.
I
Okay.
like how...
I think
It's
I know.
actually,
And I feel like
Cathan
the bugs
actually,
are like...
Sev, you might be the last one to get this, because it's actually a newer bug in lore.
Oh no.
Then
No, it is
I-
not a
I
Titan.
do think I haven't... I was thinking the Bio-Titan, indeed.
Pyrovores.
That looks nasty.
These are canonically the harvester bugs. Rippers no longer, because GW finally caught on to in 10th edition that it makes no sense that rippers are the harvesters since they're too small to eat things. So what they do is rippers, now canonically what happens is rippers eat things and start to tear it into littler pieces, and then these guys come along and eat it all. That's what the smoke coming out of their back is they are literally the mobile digesting pools for the Tyranids.
Oh.
These things are spawned by the pools to go out, gorge themselves on things that are too far away to drag into the pools themselves, and then they throw themselves back into the pool.
They digested themselves and regurgitated later for a second round.
Exactly. So you guys are bearing
Nasty.
witness to a harvesting.
In that case, I was also
Okay.
wrong. I was really thinking a Haruspex.
I was thinking.
That's the birthing one, isn't it? A relic?
No.
No, that's a Turvagon.
Oh.
Yeah.
My Nid knowledge may be a bit lacking here and there.
Oh, don't worry,
It's okay.
Catherine. We'll get you up to speed by the end of this arc.
It's okay. I kind of was also thinking a Turvagon.
No, those would be closer to the fight. You guys are still flying over the back of
Listen.
the swarm, which is where it's harvesting.
Listen, either way, we hate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Turvigon.
yes, we
That is the birthing bug. The
Yeah.
one with the large sac that
Yes.
spawns the fruit. Yeah, and that was the case that I was thinking of when I realized it wasn't the Bio-Titan.
So, as for Seth's request for a picture, I say yes, and then try to point at the big bug things with my hands shaking and completely miss and take a blurry picture of the ground.
CC, actually, I saw that roll. 97 with 4 degrees
Yes,
of
is it-
success. You take a
Failure.
blurry
Didn't work.
picture of your foot.
Oh, okay, that's better. That's better. Thank you, Doc. You're a lifesaver.
Feet
Wait, we're
pics
sending this
confirmed.
to the Cola now.
Yeah, now the Colonel will get his feet pics!
Hooray!
The whole damn army's getting feet pics.
I'll have you know. I'm wearing a boots. I'm wearing a boots. So it's not of my feet. It's of my shoes. Okay, just to get that
no.
clear.
Cute
Are
heeled
we sure?
boots. It counts for those kinds of people, CC, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Just
not
ask
going to review
Irina.
the picture that we sent?
Catherine obviously can't, because he's in the cockpit flying. So that's going to have to be done by someone in the troop bay.
Fair. Regardless, you guys are flying low over this horde and are closing in on the back of the first actual swarm. Cathan, are you maintaining height at just a few hundred meters still?
No, he's gone back up after the picture.
Okay.
After
Then
I
you
hope
are back
someone
to seeing ahead of you.
Yeah.
A blanket of bugs. The entire ground is just a carpet of writhing, moving, and surging chitin, probably 4 kilometers long. Streaking towards what you can see on the horizon is the city of Sivilevka. And you see that this is not the lead swarm. In fact, you do see flashes of light and explosion coming from the city itself.
Oh yeah.
I need to check something.
Is Tally able to see this? Tally is freaking
Yes.
the fuck out, yo.
Yeah. Tally doesn't have the best view in the gunner seat,
No.
but if she pops up a little bit, she can probably look a bit and see some of it.
Yes.
She is mostly forced to look through instrument area. Dog 241. I am so happy that I've got the Imperial Armor book.
Are you looking for their flight ceiling?
No. I'm hoping, because this generally has the best information, what nose-mounted instrumentarium it has.
Ah!
So service. While service is checking the manual, I take my comb bit and I'm like, and I tell the crew, hey, you guys can see the flashes, right? Oh, maybe it's time to go back and just tell them to show the city. Yeah.
I love it, CC.
Oh, now Cece wants to go back and leave the planet. Tally is so vindicated, by the way.
No accurate.
She's never been so unhappy about being right.
I believe we first have a mission to accomplish.
It is so mean, because it doesn't say anything other than sensor equipment and navigational antenna and communications and tracking equipment. That doesn't tell me if it's got a camera in the forward the nose-mounted sensory pods.
Could we take this Valkyrie up to the main ship? Can we just leave?
If
Is that an
everybody
option?
could roll me a willpower at +20.
Fear-based or regular?
No, a willpower at +20.
Stop that. Is it a fear test? Because I
No.
can get a bonus.
No, just a willpower at +20.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have your daughter barking at me.
I'm going to fate point this.
I'm actually also gonna fate point mine.
Ha 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 ha!
Apparently,
Lily,
I'm
what
gonna
the-
do too.
What is happening today?
Oh wow, Lily will.
I am the only one that passes. Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm gonna fate point mine.
Damn it.
Damn, this bitch.
I don't know what's going on with the rolls.
I have no idea either.
I am
My God,
loving
this is
it.
a day.
Kralik
This
and
is probably
Tallyburn,
payback for the wonderful rolls of
Uh-huh.
last session.
as you guys are flying over this first horde closer to the city, burning in the distance, you feel you don't know if it's nerves or like you're getting scared or like just the oppressive atmosphere of this place, but you're getting that uncomfortable feeling in the back of your head, like you know how you like when you're going up and down elevation where you need to pop your ear, like plug your nose and pop your ears. It's like that, just pounding kind of in the back of your skull.
No, fam.
Is it anything
I should-
like what Lily and Cece felt when that creature did its psychic blast?
You don't know. You don't feel it.
I should
Oh,
really
well.
get that part replaced.
God, get that part replaced. I hate you so much.
And by the way, I don't think it was me. It was actually you and it was Lily and Daddy.
No, it was
Maybe? Hello?
Karalik and Tally. I thought I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, before. So the people that would actually know
would have known.
what
Okay,
this
got it.
feels.
My bad.
So maybe Tally actually knows.
No, Tally feels a pounding in the back of her skull, like she really needs to pop her ears.
Okay.
Callie will
Okay.
attempt to pop
I'm
her
scared.
ears.
Your ears are not popping, and Liliandra,
That's weird.
roll a perception. While Liliandra is rolling her perception, I'm going to continue on. Oh, beautiful. Okay, Lily, I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, you guys are nearing the larger and the second swarm that is fighting at the outskirts of the city, Cathan. It is massive. Probably 1 million bugs. Sieging the outskirts of the city, and you are seeing dozens of different shapes and sizes and scales of Xenos that you couldn't have imagined. There are some that are carrying some form of ranged weapon. You see flocks of flying ones circling down low, well below you guys. There are larger bugs moving and walking like lumbering behemoths within the hordes of smaller ones.
Doc,
Yes.
would you say that the Valkyrie has some sort of nose-mounted targeting camera
Yes.
that might be used to transmit some imagery back, some supportive imagery next to Cece's pictures?
You can.
Then Cathan is definitely now going to try this, seeing that, using the targeting camera on the Valkyrie, or likely going to ask Tally to do that, as she is working the targeting controls.
All right. Tally, roll a tech use. At plus
Can
10.
I offer her
It's-
support?
Yeah, okay. At plus 20 with Cathan's support. It is guard level equipment.
Yeah, and Cathan being the pilot, he should probably know both seats of the aircraft.
It
so he
is a
thought-
good thing she had help. We need it.
Nice.
Barely.
All right. All right. So, as we are rolling into this, I have to backtrack a little bit, and then I have to describe several things.
Like how we turn the fuck around.
Yeah. While you are talking to Cathan about turning around, Liliandra, your perception was not a needed roll. That was my bad. I forgot the Tally is in the front cockpit, and you guys are in the troop bay in the back. You guys don't really have an easy way to get to each other or see each other. However, Tally, as you were sitting in the back, tried to pop your ears, you're like, God, what the Emperor's tits? What is wrong with me? And then walking through Cathan, getting you to utilize the sensor sweep equipment, you do find very quickly that the very sensitive targeting array optics on the front of the Valkyrie are able to pick up a electromagnetic center of the swarm and are able to hone in on it to get Cathan to fly directly over it fairly easily. And As you do, a couple things happen simultaneously.
Bad idea.
The giant screen on your console, Tallybird, begins to resolve itself from static into a clearer picture, as though you were only about 100 meters instead of 1,000, 1,500 meters away from the horde of the brain bug. And as it is clear, as the static is fading away and clearing, the brain bug is slowly turning as though to look directly at the camera.
Oh, hell no.
And as it does
Take a
so,
picture. Quick, change the channel.
as it does so, your headache turns into something unimaginable in pain.
Ah, fuck!
Koralik and Tallybird. 5 damage, ignoring armor and toughness.
5?
5.
This is the second instance of damage I've taken this campaign.
Tally is perhaps not as healthy as I thought she was.
Uh-oh.
She has 3 dice.
Ew.
Cathin, you notice something
What?
is wrong when you hear Tally scream in pain, and then blood spatters across the windshield just to your side.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And you,
That-
looking
Cathin,
over your shoulder, you
quickly.
see it beginning to burst out of a couple of Tally's facial, maxillofacial orifices as blood vessels begin bursting in her head. And
I love how you
Cathin.
tried to not say holes.
you, Cathin,
Yes.
remember what you couldn't earlier. When you had something itching at the back of your head. When you guys were talking about hunting down the psychic brain bug again. You remember something from your time, unfortunately, learning a little bit too much about, Heresy, having to fight chaos, and knowing that it is a ever-present danger when fighting enemies with very strong powers of sorcery, that sorcerous powers that strong also affect the electromagnetic fields. Electromagnetic fields including communications comm beads. An electromagnetic field that you guys just introduced the brain bug to, so that it now is inside the entire Mordian communications network.
So we made it worse.
As
just
one, the horde underneath the Valkyrie shudders, and you see several
Oh.
of the larger creatures turn and begin arcing their esoteric ammunitions into the sky, missing you by a quite healthy amount, but trying to, fill the sky around you, and entire flocks of the flying creatures below you begin to turn and swirl and fly up towards you all.
Cathin opens the communication to the back and says, "Koralik, target her now!"
What?
And hold on! And he just yanks the stick to go as close to vertical as he can with someone trying to stand in the back.
Koralik, I need a ballistic at -20 from you. Cathin, I need aeronautica at -10.
I am going to use a faith point to use my right stuff skill that allows me to use an operate or survival skill test with the same number of degrees of success equal to my agility bonus, which means an automatic success with 4 levels.
There's one. Lily, you were who is going to be I ask next. Thank you. Cece, I need a toughness from you as well. You're already on edge here. All right, and Koralik, did I get your ballistic? I did not yet.
Not yet. Minus 20, you said, right?
Yes.
Can I actually
Alright.
help Koralik? That was the willpower. What the willpower was for. Trying to help Koralik.
No, that's not how the targeter works. It is a handheld.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Nope, you are good.
Koralik is gonna stabilize himself with his mechadendrites against the ceiling as much as he can. Lean out, even though we are going mostly vertical at this point. Holding on for dear life. Faith in the Omnissiah. And he is going to do his best. Which is not enough.
All right.
But he is going to throw a faith point at this.
Oh!
Oh yeah!
Omnissiah.
that's
Koralik,
Aim.
you
critical success.
are locking in. McAndrite is digging into the bulkhead, ripping a chunk through it as it's trying to hold you steady, leaning your entire upper body out of this doorway, holding the targeter as steady as you can to the center of this horde. As the Valkyrie is gone vertical and is now twisting, trying to maintain some angular momentum as Cathan is trying to build some distance for you all. And you are steadfastly ignoring the sounds of the two women behind you both puking violently.
Not all the women puking.
Oh, it's okay, Tallybird. You're only puking blood.
It's
Ah.
a little less bad. Much better.
Yeah, yours isn't a mental malady. Yours is physical. Different.
I'm so glad that Lily managed to get that visor up.
Did you just spit on the inside of your helmet? It's kind of gross. You did as good as you can, Koralik, and you think you got it. Cathan, it's taking every ounce of power left from this Valkyrie to maintain distance ahead of these flying bugs. They are, luckily, not nearly as fast as two nuclear fission-powered, Imperial, granted, Emperor-blessed Valkyrie engines.
Love the Valkyrie.
But you are now flying away from the horde. The shots fired haphazardly at you all, landing, losing momentum, and falling behind quickly. The flying bugs not able to catch up with you, and the center of the horde itself beginning to be rippled by intermittent explosions as the basilisk shells begin to land, sending bugs flying everywhere. Your mission was a success. However, your co-pilot is still in the back seat, bleeding profusely. And your sisters are in the back, not handling the bugs and or G-forces well at all.
And Catherine's like, Combe. No, he is not comfortable. He knows that this is serious. But yes, Catherine does take it about as high as he can before leveling out at an altitude that wings, because they have wings. They don't have thrust in that sense, the same sense.
Yeah.
Where the how do you call that in English? Where the air becomes so thin that wings can't really cope anymore, but with the thrust he can remain circling.
Yes.
So that's where he kind of tries to level out and in big circles.
Upper
trying
atmosphere.
Upper atmosphere, indeed, so that he can slow down enough so that everyone can hopefully calm their stomachs down a little bit. And that Koralik, for at least someone. But Koralik, he saw the explosion, so he presumes Koralik managed to get the target to running, so that Koralik can hopefully try and gain, if they can get a kill confirmed on the big brain bug, and he can half and half over his shoulder check to see how Tally is doing.
Tally, roll for me a toughness at +20.
Okay.
Gesundheit.
That's, it's a plus
Always in
20
at least
Tally.
2. I've never done a single sneeze in my entire life. Tally is unconscious.
Oh, shit. Right.
I've got 1 fate point left. I can try to roll again. It's my last one of the game, though. Fate point.
That's on you, whether or not you think that is a good use of your last.
Well,
fate.
of the session. It resets at the next
Yeah.
session.
No, that's true, but I'll leave it up to you in that case.
I want
If this
Tally
is
to
something
be
where you value it
conscious.
for.
If we didn't fix them, they'd all be dead right now. Yeah, they would have been.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Otherwise, and she might still be unconscious, to be quite frank. There's a 50-50 chance. This bitch, she's unconscious.
All right. Tally,
You and Lily are
jinxed
truly
it.
made for each other.
if you can roll for me a willpower, just a flat willpower.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Yay!
All right.
I passed that!
That's good.
Nice.
I would have failed it. Okay.
Anyways, Tally is unconscious in the back seat. Everybody else is starting to calm down in the back of Faith. All the doors are reshut because you guys are out, outside of breathable atmosphere. And Cathin, you have the knowledge that you guys just let the bug get a sneak peek at the entirety of the Mordian defensive network, or well, whatever else they had connected to their communications network. Whoever it could get into the mind of through the communications network, I should say.
Yes, well, Catherine does not know the hive mind. He only realizes somewhere that the brain bug might have gotten access.
Yes.
If the brain bug is dead, there's no risk in his mind.
Unfortunately, at the height at which you're circling, the Valkyrie's tools are not high enough, or are not powerful enough to pinpoint the brain bug. Nor can Koralik confirm a direct hit on it. He knows he lased it, but then you guys were, in the middle of evasive maneuvers, and getting anything confirmed on it would be impossible.
And I take it that the flying bugs are still trying to reach the Valkyrie.
They are miles below you. However, they are there, and if they are aware of your presence, escaping a second time after you go low enough to get a confirmed reading would be tricky.
Yes. But if they are currently miles below, that means that Catherine can drop quite a bit, hopefully while staying out of direct range of them. He is going to try set in not a rapid descent, but this very slow descent where he can really control or keep a good view of what these flyers are doing, and if they suddenly rise up, that he can just speed off.
To cut it short, you are not able to get another reading on the brain bug. You just can't go low enough to pinpoint it. The Valkyrie's tools are meant to identify an electromagnetic source alone in a sky full of nothing, not pick out a stronger signal in a sea of signal.
That being very unfortunate, he's not going to risk it with at least the his co-pilot and gunner unconscious behind him, and he doesn't know how it's going in the back. Corralic functions because the bombardment went off, but I think Catherine isn't at this point really wanting to ask, because he knows that if Lily is conscious, she's not happy after that maneuver.
Speaking of, the three of you in the back, how are you all feeling now?
Sick? Really bad? Extremely bad?
That was the most deadpan I think I've ever heard CC in my life.
Yes, I love it.
That's bad. How do you think we're doing?
I have a killer headache. I just half leaned out of an aircraft going vertical, and part of my vision is very blurry, so I'm gonna lay on the ground for a moment.
We all go and lay on the ground.
That's what corpse starts looks like. Back up.
Let's see, what are you doing? It's not good. He's not doing good.
Would Lily be able to see once she recovers that Tally's unconscious?
No, the cockpit is separate from the rest of the ship.
Cockpit is separate.
Yeah.
You can
Alright.
feel guilty later.
It's literally the two of them up front, and then the three of you in the back, and then only if you communicate on radio with each other can you guys actually interact.
There is not even a door for you to go through to reach us.
She will vox over.
I did notice.
Catherine, are we still alive?
Oh yes, we're perfectly alive. We're doing mighty fine, actually. Catherine says with a bit of a strain in his voice, that tells you that this was absolutely an emergency maneuver.
Good.
I think we succeeded.
We haven't,
Maybe.
or have you been able, any of you been able to confirm the kill? I can't confirm it from here.
My vision went blurry the moment the shells hit. I have no idea.
About all I can confirm is there's nothing left in my stomach.
Did
I
our
hope
ship shoot
you
it?
weren't wearing a rebreather.
No, Tally, the basilisk shot it.
Okay.
Is Tally, by the way, already back to consciousness, or is she still
She
out of
is
conscious?
stirring.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure if I'd missed
I
her.
wouldn't call her lucid, but she is conscious.
Okay.
Catherine,
I'm pretty
I think
sure I saw you, Karalik, targeting it good. Was it good? Was it a good target?
I believe that by the Omnissiah's grace it was a perfect hit.
How dare you? It was the will of the Gun Emperor. I saw it.
That's what I said. What are you talking about?
I think Catherine's the only one in the entire ship that's lucid at the moment. Jesus.
I just groan at Tenevik.
Catherine, I think we've done all we can here.
Well, you're not going to like this, but I can make a dive in the same vein that I just climbed to see if we can get close enough that I can get a read on the instrument panel, and then bank away sharp and back to the Mordian lines.
Can you dive in the direction of the Mordian line so that we already have the required momentum?
That would point the instrumentarium the wrong direction, and I will not be able to confirm a kill or not. So in that case, you're going to have to do that.
You can just make a big circle here up, and then dive from the other direction.
I can try and overshoot them and dive back, but I cannot guarantee that I can get an exact read. I can try, I can do my best, but I'm going to need you to try and get a secondary read, whether if you're able to either confirm or deny if I don't make it.
Catherine, do what you have to do to keep us alive and to get a confirmed kill or not.
Oh god.
Everyone else, brace your stomachs.
In that case, actually, sister, could I borrow your picked recorder if I am gonna be the one checking? I trust blessed technology over my
Corelli.
own ocular.
I think I am too weak to resist this, so I'll give it. I'll lend my pig recorder. Don't you dare! Don't you dare lose it!
It
I will
will
eat
be
you.
in safe hands.
I'll fight you. I promise.
I'll fight
I will
you.
actually shoot you. Okay? Okay. I give my pig recorder to Derelict.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
You have a picked recorder. You have a new maneuver planned. Are we going for it?
Tally,
No
can
one
you
has
give no
said no.
opinions?
Doc,
Yes.
this Valkyrie, what wing-mounted weaponry does it have? What nose-mounted weaponry? As in last cannon or multi-laser?
Las cannons and rocket pods.
Right. Tally, when I say shoot, release all the rockets.
How alive is Tally?
She is alive
do this.
and she wishes she wasn't.
Okay, I shoot the rockets when you tell me to.
I thought you were just
Got
gonna
it.
say you shoot the rockets. That'd be fun. Just flying in a straight line, all the rockets.
She was saying that, and that was immediately what went through my head as well.
Tally immediately starts shooting rockets. Yes.
Just, I heard fire rockets. Kluk. All right then. Everyone, Catherine says over the board comm system. Hold on tight. I'd say hold on to your meals, but you already lost them. So consider yourself lucky. And then he just flies far ahead, a couple of miles ahead of the swarm, essentially, and then just begins this, just accelerates into this shallow dive, going faster and faster, just absolutely flooring that Valkyrie, to overshoot it at a point where he hopes is close enough to get a confirmed kill, but not too close to come actually in range of ground weaponry and whatnot. And he's erring on the side of caution in that.
Is he?
Roll for me a tech use at -30.
I feel like nothing about this is cautious.
When we are down quite a bit, I will reopen the hatch so that I can actually take a picture after we've overshot it.
Tally is genuinely gonna be so mad.
When they near the swarm, he's just going to tell Tally to fire the rockets, to just carpet bomb in front of the Valkyrie, basically, before they shoot through the air above the brain bug
Do I shoot
region.
now?
I'm going to wait how Doc wants to go everything before,
had to
solidifying.
At about-
That's the plan.
at about 2.5 kilometers up, you see that, unfortunately, unless if the sensors themselves catch something, the pict recorder will be useless here. The basilisks were thorough, and the entire center of the swarm is covered with a haze of smoke from the bombardment. So there will be no visual indicator picked up today. And however, you do see that the flying bugs again begin to start swarming up towards you. You will have to level off at about 2 kilometers up to maintain better safe than sorry distance over them.
Yeah, then that is absolutely what he's going for, because he is not willing to risk the team.
All right. In which case, your tech use does... The instruments fail to get a confirmed reading. There is unfortunately no way for them to prove a negative, if it's looking for the electrical signal of the big bug. There's no way for it to prove that it's gone because it couldn't find it, or if it's gone because it's dead. And so instead, you just get a haze of really confused readings as the Auspexia, designed to pick out other hostile fires out of cloud cover in the air, struggles to tell bugs from ambient ground. And it just comes back a little blurry and disappointed. But you pull out of the dive with enough time that you are not at risk of getting hit again. Or you are not at risk of getting hit by the bugs. And luckily, the defenders of Civilica are a little too reoccupied defending their city to bother shooting any of their longer-range munitions at you. Leveling out again, you guys are powering back towards the Mordian lines.
While we are flying over, even though a cloud covers the entirety of where the bug would be, I am gonna take a picture or two of just the massive size of this swarm. Heading for the city.
I don't like it.
About halfway back, Tally, you are coming fully conscious again. Fully lucid, I mean. The sun has begun to set down over the horizon. It is beginning to get dusk. You are now, forward lit by the instrumentation panels rather than the ambient light coming from outside. And everybody is feeling a little bit somber.
Yeah, Captain, after they've managed a safe distance, he is slowing the craft down to diminish the G-forces on everyone in the
Tally,
in the crew.
your willpower was successful, but you do have a heavy sense of foreboding. The lance that you felt in your mind was not an angry psychic god swatting at an insect buzzing around its head. It was of a malign and malicious intelligence recognizing a threat. The brain bug felt you, felt everybody in this craft, and felt that you were the same ones that spoiled its ambush back at the Agra farm.
We're becoming famous!
It targeted you.
How about no?
Well, it would have been super no if you failed that willpower. Would have been some insanity points, so...
I don't like it.
This has turned out to be a thing.
Look, you guys learned more information.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
got
that's
a
good, right?
successful strike off at the Tyranids.
Yeah, you guys got a good alpha strike in. Vengeance for the Saint Alda. Rest in peace, Saint Alda.
Exactly. Unfortunately, we don't know if the brain bug was killed. The tank naked after you. Excellent, Arena. That is absolutely what happened. Yes. Isn't that like the second time you make the same spelling mistake?
Glorious. With that being said, you guys are approaching friendly lines. Do you finish on your way back to the Mordians, or are you banking north?
No. Catherine is setting the Valkyrie down in Mordian lines. First of all, also for a quick debrief, but also so that the team can be checked up by the Medicaid facility.
All right.
Because the blood splatters on the canopy next to him is not a good sign.
An excellent choice, and probably the smart one.
I have a headache.
Ooh, same.
Who's got the Midol?
I mean,
We're like,
This.
we are brain burst twins.
Lily's got to pick up some dinner.
Yeah, true.
Are you sure? We have to board the craft later.
Hey, no problem, Lily. It's all over the floor here.
With
You should have closed the helmet, then you could have just licked it back up.
Oh,
Go ahead, pick it up.
stop immediately. Banned.
Banned.
Banned. We no speak no more. We done.
This is why I am the favorite employee.
Irina with the sunfish. That is glorious. With that being said, it is almost exactly a perfectly timed 4 hours.
It is exactly well done.
Yeah, we started on time and we ended on time. Proof that somebody can host a streaming session in a prescribed 4-hour time slot. I didn't think it was possible. Hint.
It can
Hint.
be done.
I think we ought
get
to
it?
all
Get
get
it?
another 50 experience for that.
Get it? Say no more, say no more.
Yes, Doc, you've done very, very well.
That was actually less me doing well and me getting the chance to throw shade at CC, but yes, we'll take it.
Yes, I see.
With that being said, everybody gets 100 experience. Thank you guys for showing up today. Thank you guys for playing. I hope it was a fun session to play. And to the audience, I hope it was an incredibly fun session to watch. That being said, I have a bit of fantastic news for the audience. Cecilia and I have spent the last couple weeks discussing, debating, and negotiating between ourselves. And starting later tonight and or tomorrow, depending on how much energy I have, these sessions are going to be, they are being saved. I am going to edit them and upload them onto the internet. So, if you came in late, had to dip out in the middle of it, are just not able to make every session, starting soon, and I will tag, so make sure you have the spectator tag, I will tag spectators in the spectator channel when the uploads go up, so you guys can keep up with this series from here on out at your leisure. So if you guys miss parts of them or can't make it live or whatnot, you can still enjoy and participate in the story. So, again, thank you players, thank you audience. I'm going to give all the players a chance to say their parting words, and then I will close the auditorium, and we will all go hang out in the normal voice channels so everybody else is no longer muted.
Thanks
First
for
of all, then, yeah. thank you for another amazing session. It was a completely different thing. Again, having to plan this out like this with just ourselves, essentially. And for the team, for everyone, for my fellow players, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Silence, they didn't.
They did not.
Well, you're banned.
Silent.
We just can't hear you. We're
I
all
enjoyed
all
it.
got
Thank you, everyone.
This was an awesome game. Good job, GM, and also audience has been a ton of fun. I always enjoy interacting with you all.
It was great fun once again. I enjoy being back on my usual setup for this.
We enjoy having you back. We missed you.
Yes.
Japanese internet cafes are not the best place to play D&D. Shocker.
I don't think I think I'll preemptively say if we have session while I'm in Japan, I'll forego session. I'm not going through your shtick.
The timing is a bit off.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Well, I was to say, Cece, you're not allowed to talk because you could have just told Swordfish to come crash on your couch and, you know, let him play off your internet, but you didn't
But
because
you
you
didn't.
prioritized yourself. Selfish.
Rude.
I did not. I'm
Rude.
sorry. I'm very rude.
Rude.
Sorry.
Rood.
Rood, groen.
Blauw.
All right.
It was
I will
a
see-
pleasure.
Alright, yeah.
On the other side.
On the other side, happy
Thank
death
you.
bit.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Goodbye.